You're in a clearing, and the clearing seems to have a bunch of different plants in it, arranged in interesting patterns. But you're clearly in the center of this little array. The forest line is about, did I say yesterday? It was like 250 yards away, or meters.
This poor woman's just waking up in the middle of nowhere, all alone, naked, and having burst out of the ground like a zombie.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just another Tuesday.
You know, just happens.
Your
Except
character unfortunately does not remember much at this point in time. You're just out of the ground.
Okay.
And, well, you feel a call or a pull to the south, and from there, I'm assuming you would want to go in that direction, or would you just stick around this clearing?
I'm gonna look around the clearing to see if there's any of, I don't know, clothing or items or random anything on the ground I could possibly take with me.
Roll a d20 for me.
I feel so bad. She's all alone. Oh, my journal. I gotta get my journal. Whoops.
Where did you roll? Player chat?
15. Yeah.
Yeah, she got a 15.
All right, nearby you see a stone that's sticking out of the ground, but for some reason you don't feel very much. It doesn't seem important for some reason.
Okay. I make my way out of the clearing, headed south.
Where you feel the call?
Yeah.
Okay. There seems to be a strange energy in the clearing behind you, and the further away you get from it, the more correct and right it feels. There's just something wrong, and you realize you do have Druidic senses, but you don't know why or where those come from at the moment. And you can tell that these Druidic senses are telling you that there's something that needs your attention to the south here, and that you should probably stick off of the roads.
Because I'm like naked. Yes. It's not be on the road. So I'm gonna stay within sight of the road, but within the tree line. Just follow it south.
Okay. You actually found yourself able to move fairly easy through the woods, and it's well, you're a druid. You're in your element at the moment, so moving through, you were able to traverse the land fairly quickly. You see a couple of people on the way, but your senses tell you to steer clear of them. They seem to be heading north. Do you follow your instincts and these senses of yours, or do you keep like what do you do?
Hmm.
They
I'm
are
gonna-
most definitely on the path.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna avoid them.
Okay. As they come fully into sight, you realize that they have a cart with them, and you feel the metal of a weapon on one of them, but you can't tell which one.
Is it
How do I
just two people in a cart? Are they pulling a cart by themselves, or do they have a horse or mount of some kind? Or
It's hard to tell from this distance, but if you want to try to get closer, you run the risk of them possibly seeing you.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna steer clear of them.
Continuing along your path, then, following beside the road, things seem to still be fairly empty. You come across a, well, I can swear I can English. Anyways, there seems to be a river that sidles up along the path as you travel, and at this point, you can see ahead that there is a bridge that passes over the river and turns off to the west, I believe, if I remember correctly. But there's a bridge, and from what your senses tell you, there'd be a very good idea to head in that direction.
How far?
The rest of the road continues on south and seems to go off in a direction that your Druidic senses it seems to be unimportant over there right now.
Okay. How far is the bridge? Okay, the bridge is not on the road, or it's like a
The bridge
forks away from the road.
It forks away from the road. The bridge crosses the river and meets up with the road that goes alongside the river, or seems to go alongside for now.
I'm gonna carefully make my way toward the bridge.
Okay.
Is there anything under the bridge?
Yes, there is. You see a sleeping human.
Under the bridge. Okay.
He has a bottle next to him, and he seems very, very comfortable and asleep, despite the fact he's laying on dirt.
Excellent. Does he have a cloak or a robe or any kind of loose
There
cloth?
is a filthy fucking robe next to him.
I
Really
will
gonna
seems
rob
to be-
a hobo?
I am gonna rob the hobo, yes. I'm taking his robe.
Well, Rob implies that she's threatening him. She's just going to steal from a hobo.
I mean,
No, mugging
with magical
implies
powers.
threatening.
Yes.
So, as you touch this robe, you realize that it would probably be a good idea to use some of your Druidic magic to take the robe, because it's such in a filthy condition. You feel that there's organisms in this thing that's keeping it together more than the fabric is itself. So using your Druidic magic, it'd probably be a good idea to cleanse this thing, so it's one, not so nasty, and two, that the life in it can actually repair the fabric. And you feel
Okay.
that's something it'd be very easy for you to do. Would you like to?
Yes, I will definitely cleanse the robe. Okay. And probably give it a dunk in the river while
That's actually a very good idea. So the fabric strengthens, and the nasty, slimy stuff that was on it, it seems to become more like fabric now, and it becomes instead of having a gray item, essentially you have a white item now.
Okay.
The hobo notices absolutely nothing. He rolled a 1 on top of being heavily inebriated, so he is oblivious to the fact that he even exists right now.
Awesome.
And now you have a set of really ratty looking but actually fairly functional robes.
It covers up my naked body that I'm not really too worried about anyway because I'm covered in fur, but whatever. Moving on. Wait, does the bottle still have anything in it?
Yes, it does.
I take the bottle.
Alrighty then. You have some absolutely foul smelling liquor. But because it's liquor, you know that it's clean, so if you drink it, the worst that'll happen is losing some brain cells.
It'll come in handy later.
Now you're taking the hobo's frickin' alcohol. Damn it.
Well, he's abusing it by leaving it lying around unsupervised.
Hoochie mama.
Okay, I move on to the west.
Alrighty then. So now donning the apparel of the hobo and the hobo's offhand, you head off toward what you can see is a city. And this city is something you can tell that there's something in here that needs your help and needs your attention. Not the city per se, but there's your Druidic senses are telling you that there's something here that you need to try to help with. And moving up to the city gates, you can see a couple of guards there, and they give you a very strange look as they see the bottle in your hand and your current form of attire. And one of them sighs deeply and says, "Are you looking for the tavern?"
Yes, I am.
The guard just rolls his eyes, looks back toward the gate, and says, "Fine. It's soup day anyway, so it'll be good for one of your luck." And he opens the gate and gives you a jerk, or he jerks his head and like gestures with his thumb, "Get on inside."
And I enter the city.
He gives you a jerk.
I'll give him a jerk. I'll do anything to get in town right now.
Strong start, guys.
Go
Oh
haul
my
yourself out to get the proper thing.
Hey, we got 2.
Honestly, the whole group just turns into a bunch of hoes.
This
Anyways,
is nothing
so
new. I'm used to this. Carry on.
Honestly.
oh my goodness. So you heading into the city proper, you can see that it's a fairly well and busy city. There's quite a bit going on all around you. There's something that's familiar about this place, though. You think you've seen something like this, and something about the layout just it calls to you as you search around. But I'm assuming you'd be listening more to your Druidic senses as of right now, right?
Yes, yes.
And they're telling you that this place sucks because the construction is not really tailored to help nature. It's more tailored to, you know, it's the construction of ripping stone from the earth and then using that to do stuff. And it doesn't feel like as nice as it could. But your Druidic senses lead you toward what seems to be a place called the Rusty Nail.
Oh no.
Okay, out of
Outside of
character
it,
for a second.
Oh yes.
I'm laughing because there used to be a motel in my hometown called the Rusty Nail.
Holy shit.
Oh, heck yeah!
Oh my god.
Okay, carry on.
Get you
Did it have good,
I-
if a bit greasy diner food?
Actually, the food was amazing.
There
Well,
you
hey.
go.
That's pretty good.
So
Immersion.
I see the Rusty Nail and I have this uncanny sense of deja vu.
you do, but your senses bring you to a group of rather ragtag-looking individuals standing outside of it, and they seem to be comprised of 2 rather surly dwarven rogues, a very tall forge-born with a very large tower shield, and a human with a very clear wizard hat and a questionable-looking wizard staff. And they all seem to be arguing amongst each other. And your druidic senses tell you that this is the group that you need to help out because something's bad is going to happen to them.
Okay. I listened to their argument.
Okay. You hear the Forgeborn ringing out. He's telling the others in his group, "We need to find one to ensure that the rest of you survive." And the 2 rogues sort of shake their head, and they fold. One folds his arm and just gestures to the metal individual, saying, "Well, you being the metal one that you are may not think that we're up to task, but we don't need a healer. It's ridiculous. I mean, we can just sneak out of sight, and you can just ignore the pain. And Mister Fancy Pants here, he gestures back to the human with the hat, and he says, you can teleport out, right?" And the human just sort of shakes his head and says, "No, that's not how magic works. It would actually be a good idea to find someone who can mend wounds a little bit. I don't like dying, and I want to keep my hair in its current condition. So if we could find someone to do this." He seems a little pretentious, from what you can feel.
Okay. Besides their argument, do I get any kind of strong feeling?
If you stand there and focus, you can feel that if you don't help them correctly, that this group is going to die.
Okay. I cautiously approach the group.
The Forgeborn turns his head and or his helmed head and sort of focuses on you and says, "Greetings. Can we help you?"
I couldn't help but overhearing you may be in the market for someone to assist your group.
The Forgeborn sort of tilts his head and says, "Are you a priest? Will you seek a healer?"
I'm not a priest per se, but I believe I can probably help you with that.
The Forgeborn nods his head. It's like, "Excellent. We are going to be going." Hold on. We had heard of a problem to the west. There were spiders, and we were going to be going there and try to clear all of them out and reap the reward.
Always. All
Would you
right.
like to join us?
I too am traveling west. I would be honored to travel with your party.
Alrighty. The group sort of looks, well, the two dwarves look irritated. The human sort of looks relieved, and they sort of say, "Oh, well, excellent. You druids don't really need too many reagents, and that bottle of potion is obviously going to be good enough for you. Let's get on out of here." And the human nods and says, "Yes. What kind of potion is that, anyways?" I'm pointing to the bottle in your hand.
Jack Daniels.
It's poison.
A potion of happiness.
Potion of cum.
I'm sorry.
Don't be gross.
It's something I'm still working on.
There we go.
There we go.
The mage gives you a nod and a sort of mysterious look and says, "I see. I've always been interested in your Druidic arts. Hopefully one day I can start studying that when I'm done with my arcane studies today." And the group sort of like looks satisfied and starts heading off toward the gate where actually you just entered. Heading out of the city, they head west, and it's a bit of a trek through, but with your Druidic senses, you can sort of guide them without much difficulty. Like watch out for this route over here, and it's fairly easy to find the cave after a few hours of a fairly quick trek through the forest. The druids, I'm sorry, not the druids, the rogues, the two rogues seem kind of surprised of how easily you can not only navigate this area, but guide them through navigating it. And up ahead, you got the Forgeborn points out the cave and starts moving close. And inside, you can definitely feel death. These are not normal spiders. In fact, there's something deeply wrong with whatever is inside of these spiders. You can feel, well, you feel the spiders in there, and there's something wrong with them.
Where did you say you heard about these spiders?
The Forgeborn turns his head and he looks at you and he says, "Well, there was a post board for current jobs in the middle of the city, and well, we had looked through and we figured this one would be fairly easy. I mean, it's just giant spiders in a cave. I mean, who can't handle that?"
Yeah, who can't handle that?
The Forgeborn looks at you and nods. It seems to be fairly satisfied that you seem to be on his side and says, "Yes, exactly." He turns his head and starts heading inside. And the two rogues sort of look back and give you a look and says, "Wonder which way." And they both sort of slip out of sight as they start stealthily moving ahead. The mage sort of lingers back with you and gives you a look and says, "Do you not trust the city board, or is there something you're not telling them?"
I just get a feeling there's more to these spiders than what the board may have alluded.
You see the mage's eyes go wide, and he whispers, Do you think they're shark spiders?"
What is the matter with you?
Absolutely.
What? What?
Do you
mage-
see water here? Anywhere?
The mage sort of like gives you a conspiratorial look and says, "I've heard of mages trying to combine animals before, but I've always had a fear of what would happen if they combined a shark with a spider.
I'm fairly certain they're not shark spiders.
The mage nods, says, "Okay, I sure hope not. I think we should go before they leave us too far behind." And he sort of looks toward that cave entrance and sort of runs ahead.
Shake my head and cautiously follow. And I'm keeping an eye out for the two rogues.
For some reason, you can't feel the rogues anymore.
Interesting.
In fact, you sort of feel a little buzz in the back of your head as you move forward, and you don't seem to be able to feel a whole lot of much of anything at the moment. It's like there's a void all around you. And moving further into the cave, you realize you can't even feel the mage or hear or see them anymore. It just seems to be empty cave ahead of you.
I stop. And I concentrate on my
Roll me, if you
What am
would,
I rolling?
please roll for perception. Perception. I believe that's wisdom and any related background you could have.
You can do it.
what do I need
Just
to
don't
roll?
roll it.
There's
just-
20.
You
Yep,
can.
D20.
Yeah.
D20.
If you go to your character sheet, you can click on whatever background is relevant to it, and then click on your wisdom, and then it'll automatically roll it for you.
Like I said, it's not the most user-friendly, but it works.
It's
So,
not intuitive, but you get the hang of it.
yeah.
Oops. If I can figure this out.
It's okay.
Ew, that's bad.
Okay, so 9 plus your wisdom modifier,
Which is 5, so that's a 14.
and then plus whatever you would think would be relevant to it. So whatever amount of points is in the background that relates to that.
I think the divination would probably be good for that.
Probably.
So they give me a 16 total.
Whoa.
You see eyes. You see a lot of eyes, and they're glittering and gleaming as the darkness sort of seems to converge on you, and you just barely hear the clattering of way too many legs. Then you feel a very sharp pain in your ass.
Always.
Excuse me?
Okay. Sharp like
Like
a
someone
poke
just stabbed
or
you with a pair of ice picks, like right into the meat of your ass.
Ow.
I've been bitten. Alrighty.
Roll initiative.
You're already getting into some conflict. Took us. Actually, we didn't get into any really. So
Hmm.
That's about to change.
I'm all about conflict.
just go and pick a fights.
Okay.
that would be fun.
Can I do? How am I feeling after the sharp pain in my ass?
Roll initiative first, and then I'll tell you.
Da 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 da.
You have to wait to feel the pain. And
I don't want to wait. I want to feel the pain now.
she licks it rough.
Initiative. There it is. That. Anyway, let's see, 11, I think.
You add your level.
You actually
plus your
feel quite numb. You don't feel a whole lot of anything after the sharp pain. Your ass is quite numb actually, and it's spreading.
And it's spreading.
It's like Orgel.
Wait, this was your initiative score?
I think so.
Did you add your level plus your dexterity modifier?
Because it would be 1 plus whatever your dex is
Mhm.
to the 10 that you rolled.
Yeah. So, okay, well, 12 is still. The Dex mod is only.
Eh, I mean, every bit helps.
Yeah, it's good to know for next time too, in case.
Well, now that I actually see the initiative button, push that.
What is your AC?
Armor class. Is it armor class?
She's
14.
got no armor.
I have no armor. I have a dirty, filthy robe.
Actually, it's not dirty or filthy anymore.
That's true.
Remember, you cleaned it.
It's still hobo robe.
Yeah, so I don't know if she gets a bonus to that or not.
No, probably not.
No.
So, you feel some of the spiders swipe at you with their legs, and it hurts like fuck. And you feel them sort of slash at your back. The one that bit you evidently is not done, with that ass. So it's, trying to hit you again. That one misses, and ahead you hear scrambling, and you see the mage flailing as one of the spiders is knocked off his back. He seems to be holding something glowing in his hand. You can see that he has been bitten way more times than you have.
Okay.
And he looks very alarmed, and he sort of gives you a strange look as he tosses the glowing item from himself to you and says, "Use it." And you can tell that his state of advanced numbness is much more than yours.
Okay. So
Roll me
I have to-
dex.
Oh god, I gotta roll the.
Roll to catch the amulet. Woo!
Jesus Christ, these are shark spiders with like a billion eyes that feel like death and can paralyze you with their bites. Goodness.
That's not bad.
Hmm.
It could have been a 1, and it wasn't, so hey,
And
that's
yeah,
always good.
It's like 13, right?
Yeah.
Which is still pretty
Yeah.
average.
You rolled a 13.
Yes.
All right. You unfortunately don't catch it, but it lands very close to you.
No.
You just have to basically. There's a spider mostly on top of it, so if you kick at it, you can probably get to the glowing item. And as you see it bounce, it seems to be a rune carved into a very elaborate piece of topaz.
Okay. I scoop up the amulet as I kick spider off of. I have to roll the.
Just give me a base d20 roll this time.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I critted when I kicked the spider.
Oh wow.
Of course.
Okay then.
This bitch empty. Yeet!
Honestly.
So
That's mine. Get off.
your foot crushes through its face as it tries to bite you. And you feel it twitch as it gets kicked away.
Oh,
And
that's
then it
gross.
comes off of your foot. So your foot's a little squishy and has a little dead spider going on it now. But you manage to reach down and scoop the rune up as it blinks and pulses. And how the best way to describe this? You feel the entire universe around you warp inside out for a brief blip of a moment, and then it seems to flex back to normal, and you find yourself back outside of the city gates. And the numbness of the spider bite has now progressed all the way down to your toes, but it doesn't seem to be moving up your back from your ass very much.
Okay.
What?
So it's like your leg is asleep. It has that pins and needles feeling when you have a asleep limb, except for it goes all the way up to your hip.
Okay. I
Uh,
try to get back to the city.
The two guards, seeing you come back, look very worried and says, "You all right? You look like you got into a fight with a bear or something. Where'd those friends of yours go?"
Spiders.
Oh shit. Okay, well, I guess you're heading back to the nail then.
Yes.
All right. I reckon you'd be a good idea to get you some sleep. The guards sort of look at each other and says, "Well, since you actually went and tried," and he sort of looks at you and notices how your leg is hanging and says, "Well, you definitely tried. That's here. I'll give you." He pulls out a token and says, "This is a token I have with the owner of the nail. It's a good place, and you take this, give it to them, and they'll give you a night's sleep and some food. You can try again tomorrow, I guess, if you find another group."
I mean, will she even get there safely if, like, her butt is starting to go numb and it's, like, going down her leg? Like, is she going to get paralyzed and just have to crawl there?
Well, from what she can feel, it's not going. I mean, since she only got the one bite in, and it's not paralyzed. It's just intense pins and needles feeling and the numbness that's going on.
Mm.
Okay, I take the token and head back to the nail.
Okay. Inside, you can see things are kind of getting busy, and as you take the token up to the innkeeper, it gives you a sort of knowing look and says, "Oh, all right. Well, you can have the room up to." And he pulls out a key and says, "Here you go. Here's your room. Get yourself some sleep. If you want any food, we got plenty here at the bar. We'll get you a good meal."
Sleep first, meal
All right.
second.
Now, this is where all of you actually have the opportunity to wake up at the same time. So, those of you who awoke, well, now that you metagame knowledge, you character knowledge is that Dream's character woke up just a little bit before yours, around, I was going to say 20 hours earlier.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
now
so
that,
there was an empty hole. Yeah.
yeah, I'm retconning that.
I forgot.
Cool.
Cool.
That's fine.
But yes, the druid is manages to wake up at the same time as all of you, and you feel that your druid powers are quite a bit drained from that bite, so you don't feel as much as you did before. Mostly because it feels like your powers are working on counteracting this rather virulent venom.
Right.
So you woke up late and you're hungry as hell. You still have the meal from the token, if not another night's sleep. And going downstairs sounds like a fantastic idea. For the rest of the party, you guys wake up after a very well night's sleep, and you remember more. Everyone in the party, including Dream, you remember about up to the age of, I was gonna say 13ish. You guys can remember the beginning of your lives. It's a bit hazy here and there, but you can remember things up to just before or just as you became a teenager.
Cool.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm definitely heading down for food.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
Agreed.
As you all head downstairs, you see other patrons heading down as well. There seems to be a good amount of humans in the mix, but there's also plenty of other orcs and elves and Rakould, and yeah, there's a morning wave for sure, and people will come downstairs and line up and start ordering their food, passing off silver, and sitting themselves down around the area. There seems to also be some people from last night still there, nursing hangovers. You're not quite sure if they even left the bar or if they just stayed here the entire night, but it looks like something happened, and now they're sort of groggily just sitting there.
Would I be able to, as I'm walking down the stairs, do I see the other people in my group?
Yeah, you do.
All right. I actually want to go over and talk to Crane for a second. I walk over and I just go, I knew I recognized you from somewhere.
Oh. It's you.
Yeah. It's me. And it's you.
Well, I mean, certainly you're older than that, but
Well, yeah.
last night's kind of like when we were kids, albeit with much more alcohol.
Was it? I don't know. We never visited any places like this as far as I can remember.
Oh, no, I was talking about my parents' place. Sometimes you would come over, remember
Oh.
sleepovers, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, that's nice, I suppose.
Yeah. Makes me
if
wonder.
I wonder if we remember more about the others when this gets better.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry, I didn't mean to bug you, but
oh,
just,
no, it's fine.
that was on my mind all day yesterday. I couldn't put my finger on it. Just, ugh.
All of you, if you would please, roll a d20 for perception.
Okay. Probably no benefit to this. That's fine.
Is this wisdom?
Uh, nice. That's a 15.
Those of you who let me know who rolled 15 or higher.
So far it's just Crane and Kro'var.
I at least got better than
Yeah,
Connor.
Crane and Kro'var.
Hey! Just, my luck again. It's
You're
So,
writing down in your journal. It's fine.
Crane and Kro'var, you notice that your druid is walking by, and the only real thing that you remember is that she's helped you more times than you can count, and that for some reason she doesn't seem to be noticing you as she walks by.
Wait, we recognize her even though we've only remembered up to age 13?
Do we remember a name?
You don't remember her name, but you know that she's been in your party before and she's helped you before, but that's about all you can recall. And she's heading downstairs right now.
I think with all my modifiers, because it's my wisdom modifier plus my level, right?
Yes.
Then yeah, I rolled a 50.
Okay.
Dream, an easy way you can get away with that, just click on, if you have your character sheet open, you can just click wisdom.
Uh-huh.
And if you don't have any of your modifiers for like your backgrounds highlighted or anything else like that, it'll show up in the chat like all of ours did.
Okay.
One.
I-
Okay, then
Sorry.
if you rolled a 15 or higher, then you notice them as well, but you don't remember them as well. It's hold on.
I'm sorry if you can
It's
hear the
Crane and
dogs.
Kro'var, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You see those two. Sorry, I'm trying to get this damn page to load.
Jane's
Sitting
just
there.
gonna kind of whisper to Kro'var. So I know that she's not my sister, but is she yours?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Huh.
I'd remember having a sister.
No, that's fair.
Sorry about that. You see Crane, Ovark, Kro'var, and Nathis. You don't. Again, you don't quite remember everything about them, but you do know that you've helped them out before, and that they are very trustworthy.
I will probably approach Kro'var because he's the Rakould, right?
I am indeed.
Have we met?
I was just about to say, we know you.
Like we don't know you, but we know you. Oh, here's a fun question. Who here in the past week or so woke up surrounded by dirt with no clothes? A show of hands.
Raise my hand.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was interesting.
that's going to be everybody here.
All
Fair.
right then.
All right, so that explains the extra hole.
Mhm.
Yes, we were wondering where that other one was.
Kro'var, by the way, you?
I don't recall.
You don't know your name?
It seems to be a little hazy still.
Hmm.
For now, you can call me Dream.
Fair.
Dream.
All right.
All right. Crane, Wake Runner, happy to make your acquaintance again, I suppose.
The other two are with us also. You
This
guys,
is
everyone is down here, right?
Do I notice this going on since she approached?
Well, I mean, I'd assume we're all sitting.
yeah.
at least close to
I'm
each
assuming
other
we're
at the
like
same
all
table.
at the bottom of the stairs, or at least. Yeah.
Like, I know Ovark's pretty oblivious when he's got his head in a book, but I don't think like he'd necessarily.
No, I think
be
he'd probably
so
notice by
oblivious.
now.
Because
Well, you may have noticed that your other party members have stopped and started to talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I'm just gonna keep watching. This is because I got that big book that we rented out, so which I don't actually know if I've read any more of that. I was going to ask about that.
Speaking of, is our other party member nose deep in his book as well?
Actually, I was going to be coming over to ask Ovark what he's found in the book.
DM.
Which book did you purchase?
It was the book from the library. I don't think it had a title, but it was simply an overview of the Battle of Razakran.
The Battle of Razakran and the Tales of the Champions, I believe.
Oh, well, I guess it did have a
Oh,
title.
I see.
Whoops.
Okay. From what you can glean of the book, there is a very detailed battle. You are almost certain that this is heavily embellished from what probably actually happened. Especially since that evidently there are people who are shooting lightning bolts out of their eyes and summoning beams of raw, like solar energy from the sky. And, it's like Greek mythology bullshit going on in these books.
I mean, it's probably an interesting read at the very least.
But it's clear that there was an invasion from demons, and to what degree of power these demons actually held, the writers seem very convinced that they had the ability to crack the world open and drink it dry. And the champions were the only things that were able to stop them properly, and in doing so, they had lost their lives, and their sacrifices never been forgotten.
All right, writing it down.
Well, Dream, I believe we were all just going to get some breakfast before going out for some work. Would you like to, I don't know, if catch up is the right term here?
Yes, I think that might be an excellent idea.
Splendid. Do you care for meat, eggs, toast?
I care for food at this moment.
Hmm.
I
That's
think
actually
it's
a
been a
very-
while since I've eaten.
That reminds me, are we hungry?
No, I am.
You don't actually feel very hungry. Except for the druid. You do feel hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of you could eat, but it's not like something that's pressing.
So though, same difference. Grab a plate. We'll talk.
Yeah, I suppose we'll just grab some food. You know what? I was able to get like a lot with just like one gold piece. So I'll just, like, I'm fairly certain one gold piece can get us like enough food for everybody.
I guess.
Probably.
I have a token.
Oh, well, for everyone else, I suppose.
So moving up to the bar, you guys find that there's a bit of a line, but once you get up to the front, you see them taking orders, and they look at you. Who comes up first out of the group?
Crane would let Dream go up first since she has the token.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
She'll be back in a second.
No, I'm here. My husband got home and the dogs are. Yeah, I'll be right back.
You can switch it to push to talk if you'd like.
Dream just faints all of a sudden, and we're just like, oh no.
Fine. This
Yeah.
can all be fixed in post.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry.
No, we should be apologizing to Quill. Sorry, Quill, and future Quill.
Yeah, this is definitely something we could just cut out. Or not, and then you just like put up some text in the video just saying, no, I'm gonna do this to embarrass everyone, haha.
Okay.
Giving us ideas.
Don't enable them.
All right, I'm ready. So I approach the counter and redeem my token for food.
The bartender takes the token, gives you a nod, and says, "All right." He kind of looks back and says, "I see you found yourself another party. What kind of food would you like today?"
I'm not particular, whatever you have readily available.
He sort of gives a shrug and pulls out a plate and loads up some potatoes. It seems to be that they're maybe left over from last night, but still smell great. He loads up some ham. Looks like it was just recently cooked, and gives you a pickle.
Pickle?
They have big bar jars of pickles back there.
Huh.
Okay.
I'm sure they have a lot of pickles here.
I am going to take it, and I'm not going to be picky because I'm starving.
It smells great, and as you take it, he turns his eyes to the next person and says, "All right, what would you like?"
Crane's gonna just saunter up, place a gold piece on the counter. My good man, I would love anything hearty, anything nice and filling, anything that would get me ready for a big day.
He looks at the gold coin, looks kind of surprised, says, "All right, I got another banquet then. I'll have it sent to whatever table you guys go sit at. Just give us a little bit to get it situated."
Certainly. Thank you very much.
Again, he looks surprised about the amount of money you just gave him, but he's not arguing, and he sort of yells back for the other people in the kitchen to start sending food out. And yeah, he keeps an eye on where you go to sit so he can send it out to you.
Mm-hmm. Crane's just gonna wait for the others and go sit down with Dream.
Yeah.
At some point,
I will join them.
Sorry, I was gonna say at some point it might be good to do another quick little like if we do decide to end up traveling anywhere, to make sure that we stock up on anything we need, like rations or tents or things like that. But obviously, I don't know what'll be happening. I don't know if we're planning on staying here for a while, but in case we are, it might be good to maybe look into that later.
Oh, that's totally fair. There's probably some sort of general store that we could go to.
Yeah, I mean, I also just need a journal to keep track of some of the stuff that I've been reading, so.
Oh, if you just need a journal, you could say so. Also, it might be good to get our friend here some clothes and armor.
That is true.
Yeah, you definitely notice that she's wearing some really odd-looking robes. They seem to have what looks like plant material woven in with the normal fabric. It doesn't look like it's dirty or anything, but it does look like it's. It definitely gives you an impression that even if you didn't know her as your party's druid, that this person is probably Drudaic in some form.
Suspicious.
Do you even wear armor? I mean, I know I'm kind of an outlier, but
Well, I wear something, usually more than this.
well, I mean, obviously.
I borrowed this from a fellow down on their luck traveler.
Borrowed.
Well, his loss.
Been there.
Desperate times, desperate measures, that sort of thing.
Uh,
I mean, to be
Do we-
fair, you know, we almost got in a fight with the people that we were asking for clothes from, so we could have done the same thing to those poor people, except, you know, they wouldn't necessarily been as poor, I guess, but
speaking of desperate times, do we have anything left in our rainy day bowl fund? I know that I have some, and I'd be happy to contribute some towards Dreams.
I have like 20 gold pieces. So
All right,
I
I've
could
got
pitch a
I've
little.
got 10. So,
Yeah, because you keep treating us, so.
well, I'm happy to treat all of you.
Well, I know, but like you shouldn't have to do all of that because, you know, you're going to run out of money, and that's not
can-
really fair.
I
can
have
always
something like 25 gold left.
All right
Oh,
then.
just raking in the money over there.
I'll leave it to you and Ovak and no, you Kro'var, did you have any other money aside from the fistful you gave to those merchants?
Nope.
Ah,
The fistful that he gave to the merchants and then what he used to buy his own armor and weapon, yeah, that was pretty much it.
That's true. He did. Doesn't he wear heavy armor? That's probably expensive as hell.
He has
It
the
is.
heavy armor and the
Yes.
mithril blade that was extremely expensive.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mithril's expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Oh yeah, totally. Just you're out of money. You're broke.
All right. Well, I'll leave that to you two then. Let me know if you need any extra help. But Dream, we can go to the general store and wherever else you think might be helpful. Although, if you were a druid with us back in the day, I'm not sure what kind of implements are used for that kind of practice.
That's pretty simple. I just need a staff, which I can get anywhere, fairly cheap. Some kind of bow. Everything else I usually just find lying around.
Alrighty. Well,
Um, Dream, was it? Sorry to bother you, but do you need me to tell you or catch up to speed a bit on what we've learned? I mean, we haven't learned a ton, but I've been reading some of this book, and I don't know, it's something. It's a start. Do you
Yeah,
want me to share
go
with you
ahead.
what I got?
Share, because I'm sure the rest of us would like to hear that too.
Well, I
Well, I
mean,
definitely would like to know how I ended up in a hole in the ground. So yes,
well, I mean, I don't know if we really have figured it all out yet, but you know, whatever.
Actually, Ovark, before you continue too much further, Dream, could you do me a favor and roll a d20 just raw?
6.
Oh, only 6?
Yeah, only 6.
Okay, then never mind.
I only crit when I kick spiders in the head.
Evidently.
Can I try to use my historian background to squeeze more info out of this book? Is that something I could try?
Sure, go ahead and add that to a d20 roll.
Intelligence?
No wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay. Drat. It's not as good. Oh, hey, that's pretty good.
For this particular roll, anyways, I'll need wisdom.
It's a 21.
21. Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah.
So, you managed to relay the information from the book and do so in the fashion of you also found out that the demon that was causing all this issue that these champions had to fight against, this demon was actually trying to take something vital to the welfare of the world. The object isn't well described in the book, but it's clear that the champions had taken care of the demon and struck it a quote-unquote mortal blow. Now, it was clear that the demon had got its retaliation by casting, well, the book describes it as a wasting spell. And returned, it was like in quotes anyways, it returned the guardians to dust, and to dust the guardians were returned to the earth to bless the ground of the sacrifice they made.
Hmm.
And
Alright,
it seems,
so yeah.
as Obarg reads that to you, Dream, you do remember somewhere that there are druidic rituals that involve placing blessed bones or bones of martyrs into the ground to act as wards.
I do also want to mention, because I don't think it was brought up yet, that it's been a 250-year gap since the war, since we defeated the demons and stuff, and since then, you know, we visited a library, and there seem to be a lot of books on this stuff. It's pretty heavily embellished. Seems like we're pretty heavily revered and our names are known. So maybe if we go to like the library and look up stuff about you, maybe you can find out about your real name there. I mean, I also have stuff I want to look up about like the Void Stones too. That's also for later.
I'm sorry, the what stones?
Void Stones, isn't that what they're called? The thing
ones-
that
the ones
Oh.
that were illegal to sell in the jeweler shop.
yeah,
Oh,
because he was mentioning stuff like, you know, oh, that brings trouble, but like that's so vague. It's like, does that mean like they can summon demons or something? Like, I want to know more. So, because if we're carrying around like a ticking time bomb with us, like, not so sure about that.
I'm curious as to who was supposed to be able to shoot laser beams out of their eyes. I had the wrong button pressed. I'm curious as to who was able to shoot laser beams out of their eyes according to that book.
Yeah. Who said? Who was the one shooting laser beams? Was that a demon or is that us?
Probably Orvark. You seem like the type.
That's true. I do have very good eyes.
Do I get any kind of sense of connection between the memory of the martyr bones and the way we were buried alive?
Actually, now that you think about it, the way the patterns of the plants that were around you and the stone in the middle did remind you of, well, it's really difficult to recall, but you do recall that there was a Druidic ritual to be able to that could be performed, but needed ridiculously powerful reagents to do so. That could use the natural burial of certain martyrs, and in correlation with a story stone, or it's supposed to be a memento stone that could act as a seal against evil.
I look at the
And
others and I'm like, I have a feeling that something or someone tried to use us in a ritual.
What kind of ritual?
Did it have anything to do with the obelisk and what they were talking about there?
It's definitely connected. But I can't quite recall all the details. So I'm not sure exactly what they were trying to accomplish.
Well, something to keep in mind, I suppose.
Hey, we can use all the information we can get right now. Like I said, at some point, I do think it might be good to take another stop at the library and at some point also get a journal so I can take some notes because, you know, I'm pretty
Yes.
smart, but it's hard sometimes to get those ideas out there and to organize my thoughts properly and figure this out.
Mm.
Not to mention, if there's conflicting information from different books, then I'll want to write that down and, cross-reference some stuff to make sure, but that's for later, so.
Seems like you'll be a kid in a candy store. But yes, this place is bigger than last time, I think. So it might at least have what we're looking for. But should we get ready for going to deal with those spiders then?
Yeah, might as well.
I mean, should we?
A word of warning, those spiders are not just spiders.
Noted.
Oh.
also, something about the events tells you, Dream, or at least your character, that it's probably a good idea to mention to not spread out like the other group did, because from what you remember, the Forgeborn sort of forged ahead, and then it was followed loosely by the two rogues, and then it was the mage, and then it was you.
The Forgeborn forged ahead.
Hey.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sorry, couldn't resist.
Well, first and foremost, let's get you some gear.
Yeah, let's get you some armor and a bow and yeah.
That
I
is an
have a-
excellent idea. After
have
I
a
feed my
sword.
face. Feed.
Oh, speaking of feeding, they're in the middle of talking. A couple of the waiters in there brought out a bunch of food, filled the table again since it was how much you gave them, and it seems like a gold's worth of food goes quite a ways. There is
Better.
plenty of food that's laden on the table in front of everyone, and everyone gets plates, and their
Can we
mugs are filled with mead and juice, and a couple of other, water is available as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get like takeout? If there's so much.
Yeah, can I get
Oh,
a
you
doggy
think there's
bag?
gonna be you think there's gonna be leftovers? That's cute.
Wait, how do you say this to the waiters?
Oh, I don't know. I was just mentioning like out of character, like if we weren't
Oh.
able to finish it, like then we'd ask, but I don't know if we can finish it. Can we finish it? I mean, there
It
are
seems
5
like
of
a
us.
heavy. It does seem like a heavy undertaking, but if all of you work together, you could probably take care of all the food.
You want to do it?
I'm going to roll a check just for fun involving being a bartender and a cook because Crane is a connoisseur.
Would my orc mother background help me with this? Because she probably, I don't know.
Wait,
just
wait,
doing
wait.
Probably a
You're rolling for
stretch.
what now?
I don't know. I just want to roll to see how well Crane packs it away.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I was just joking because I'm like, oh, I have an orc mother. Like, maybe
Would it
she
be
fed me a lot.
yeah. If you guys want to roll for this, just add your con modifier.
Okay, and I'm a bartender, so I know how to cook and stuff. So I'll add that. 22, baby.
Already, you definitely eat more than your fair share.
Oh,
You're able
natural
to.
Natural
20.
20.
And you guys managed to pack it away like nothing else, and
Damn.
afterward, you're sitting there well satisfied.
Oh
You
yeah.
ate about.
And
Yeah.
I was the one asking about extras, and I'm the one who rolled natural 20 to eat.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
that was good.
250 years of not doing that. Oh, glad I didn't lose touch.
I still don't think it's as good as the stuff that was made back home, but it's pretty good.
Oh no, it's splendid. I'll have to ask the recipe for those fries.
I don't know. Your stuff's a little better. It's not quite as
Oh, that's
greasy.
sweet. But anyway, Dream. Now that we're nice and full, let's go get you some gear.
Do I have feeling back in my leg yet? I mean, I obviously
Oh,
have
yeah,
some, but it's not have any residual.
Oh no,
numbness.
there's residual. It still feels tingly, but not nearly to the intensity of before, and you can feel it now, and you feel that the twin puncture holes just hurt. It fucking hurts. I mean, you got bit in the ass, so it hurts.
Okay.
That's what happens when giant spiders bite your ass.
Well, at least they could have done was buy me dinner first.
Honestly. Disrespectful.
No class.
Spiders these days.
So there's the leather worker that we went to. We could probably get some armor from him, and then there might be a general store or something. I know that Crane went to that leather worker, so
Yes,
Yeah, I
I
would
think a
as
leather
well.
worker would be sufficient.
That's where we both got our armor.
yeah. So Crane could probably lead the way to the leather worker.
The place that was next to Hanzik's.
I believe so. Yeah. Hanzik's was the clothing shop, right?
Hannock.
Yeah.
Not Hanzik.
Hannock. Yeah.
It's Hannock because I made the shitty pun last time.
Right. Hannock's threads.
Hannock at the disco.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Sorry.
What a mistake.
No worries. So yeah, we'll go to the leather worker by Hannock's threads, and then Crane will also point it out. What you're seeing here, and he's going to like just kind of tug on his jacket, is a wonderful number by those lovely fellows in the tailor shop. I would highly recommend it if you are at all interested in being a lady of fashion.
I prefer comfort and utility.
Who says this isn't comfortable?
Oh, I'm sure it is, but fashion isn't my thing.
Fair enough. We'll have to work on that though.
The leather workers seem to notice you guys outside of their shop and give you guys a wave over. And they seem fairly excited to see you back again. It's like, welcome, welcome.
Yes, hello. We would like to do some more business for our lovely friend here.
They both they look at the Half-Rakould woman and sort of give you a look and says, "Well, what can we make for you today? I think whatever we are going to have to make is going to be custom made because we don't have anything for anyone quite as tall as you. But we can definitely get something made, and we know that you guys are good for your coin. So
I don't require much. I think a simple loincloth and vest would do nicely.
they both look at each other and give a nod and says, "Well, probably take 20 minutes, 30 minutes. We can get it done really quick." And they sort of talk for a moment and says, "Yeah, that'll be about 6 gold."
Ovark, not this. Either of you want to pay the gentleman?
I mean, I didn't say I went with you, but I might have, so
I think
Yeah,
we
I
all went
probably
together.
went with you because.
because we know you don't have as much.
Can I also possibly request loaning a leather breastplate because going someplace without armor sounds like a bad idea?
They kind of give you a look and says, "Loan, huh? All right. Well, what kind of area are you planning on going into? Because we can loan it out. It's just how likely do you think you're gonna get the armor beat up?"
Spider-infested cave.
They both just sort of look at each other and they sort of sigh and says, "Well, we don't usually do loans for things like that. We loan out things for like the guards if they're going on practice or something, but for something that's basically guaranteed you coming back with holes in it, you might as well just buy the breastplate."
Well, then, how much is it going to cost?
They look you over and they look around and they actually manage to find a breastplate in your size real quick, and they pull it out and says, "Well, this will be, let's say, about 8 gold."
So 8 plus 6 would be 14.
14.
Okay. Well, I dropped the 14 gold.
Wait, didn't Nothus already have some armor?
I'll have some armor by the end of the day.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that
Right.
it took a little bit longer for you.
Yeah.
Would it be worth it to wait the day then and just not fight spiders today?
I think we could still do it.
I mean, might as well get it done. Likelihood
Yeah.
I'll earn back the gold just by getting this done. So
Yeah, we can probably at least break even.
So they hand it over, and those two go back and start working on making the leather for your druid, or cutting it and getting it shaped.
Well, while they're doing that for the next couple of minutes, we could probably go down to the general store and get yourself a nice stick.
And I could probably get myself a journal and some writing supplies. And maybe some rations if we need them and stuff like that, but we might not have to worry about that yet.
Yes.
is there a woodworker nearby?
Not nearby, but if you ask one of the guards, you find that there's a woodworker a bit to the north of the central market.
And where is the general store these guys want to go to?
Well, there's one just off of the central market, so it's easy to find.
Okay. Why don't we go to the woodworker and actually get a properly made bow for the lady?
Right. Would that be a woodworker or a Fletcher?
Fletchers for bows.
Fletcher's for arrows for
Well,
my remember.
arrows. Yeah.
For bows and arrows, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm in
The
both.
Fletchers. There is a Fletcher in the general market, but the woodworker that usually has like lumber of various sorts is up north.
Well, then let's go to the Fletcher.
Okay. So you manage to find the Fletcher fairly easily, and they have a shop filled with bows and crossbows. They have war bows, long bows, short bows, a whole variety, and entire quivers full of various kinds of arrows. And surprise, surprise, there's a couple of wood elves manning the shop. One of them greets you warmly and says, "Welcome. What can we get you fitted with today?"
I'm in need of a short bow.
The elf sort of gives you a look and sort of sucks on his teeth for a moment and says, "Well, your kind of short bow, about that long. Could you do me a favor?" And he gestures for you to extend your arms. "I need to get a measurement to make sure we get you exactly what you need."
I adopt the position of pulling back a bow.
All right. Seemingly out of nowhere, he pulls a tape measure. It doesn't seem to have normal imperial markings on it, but he does take measurements of your arm, of your elbow, of your shoulder, and of your hands. And then he gives you a nod and says, "I'll be right back." Heads off into the back, and a few moments later, he pulls out a rather nice-looking bow. It seems to have a bit of rough look to it. Like it's not one of the $1,000 or 1,000 gold bows around you, like on the higher shelves, but it's definitely a solid bow. It seems to be well suited for your size, and the string seems to be, again, a little coarse, but it's still new.
I check it out, kind of give it a little heft, see how well it fits my hand.
Fits pretty nice.
I think this will do.
And he smiles and nods. He's like, excellent, that will be 12 gold.
Oof. All right.
Someone else
With
is going to
the-
have to
with
pay this
the-
time. I don't have it.
I'll do it. I have.
With the
22.
arrows? Like, is that including it?
He sort of gives a shrug and says, well, the arrows are cheap. It's the bow, this sort of craftsmanship, this is handmade, so this will run you a little bit, but we can promise you it won't break unless you do something stupid to it.
Mhm. Okay. I
A
just
quiver of
walk over
arrows.
when I give him the money. I have 12 gold.
He takes the gold and hands you over the bow, and he seems to kick over a couple of quivers worth of arrow just for buying the bow. So now you have 40 arrows,
All right, here you go, Dream.
20 per quiver.
Thank you. I will reimburse you guys for your generosity.
Oh, it's fine.
I mean, we
But-
might find some treasure anyways when we go do some stuff, so it might not be necessary, but thank you.
We
And-
know of some dead adventurers already that we can probably loot once we find their bodies.
That is true.
How do you know that they're dead?
Exactly.
I
Actually,
mean,
Dream, considering what you saw of those spiders, you're pretty fucking sure they're dead, except for maybe the Forgeborn.
They could just be
alive.
in storage for later. I mean, they are spiders.
Spiders do that.
That is true. Can't say I know a ton about spiders personally, but yeah.
Well, sometimes I saw some spiders in like the rafters, and they would just like spin up
Yeah.
bugs and then drain them later.
That's why I always had you go kill them. Those things are gross.
You're just kind of
Typically, they only eat what they need at the moment, and everything else they save for later. And they keep it asleep in case, so they don't thrash and tear up their web. But
Right.
again, these aren't your typical spiders, so
no, apparently not, considering the state that you were in. But right. With that, we have your bow. We just need to get you a staff then, correct? And then we can go back and get you your armor.
Can always just grab a tree limb like I did.
yeah, I think we need to hold off on the staff. I can pick one of those up anywhere.
Fair enough.
I don't need anything fancy right now.
I actually do want to walk over to Dream
As-
quickly, and I just want to ask, so you're a druid, so you can cast magic, right?
Yes, within certain limitations.
What kind of spells do you cast?
Well, obviously nature-based spells.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know, like, what do you specialize in? Because I can do some stuff, but I can kind of change myself around a bit to fit whatever we need.
Well, I specialize in healing.
All right. Good to know. Thank you. Sorry, I know that was a bit of an out of the nowhere question, but
Not
That's
really.
fine.
It's all good.
As Nath has mentioned, or as Nath's staff has mentioned, you as a druid, you can feel that wood probably could have been harvested a whole hell of a lot better, but it is raw natural wood, and it does have it has a good din to it, if that makes sense. It has a good resonance. So it's not great, but it's what Nathis has isn't bad for a staff.
Okay.
It's almost like he's just ripped it off the tree, and it was like not quite very respectful from what your senses as a druid can tell you.
All right, so we make our way to the general store next, or back to the leather workers?
I suppose, like,
I
Ovar
mean,
could go and get his journal and stuff while we go back to the leatherworker and just pick up your armor.
Yeah, I mean, today, obviously, we want to go to the spiders, but would we have time to visit the library, or would that be for afterwards once we've done what we need to do today?
Maybe we can visit after. Might be a good way to relax.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's get it afterwards. We should probably, make sure we have money for later since we woke up with, like, nothing.
That's true. I just figured that later we wouldn't be renting the books out. We'd spend some time there, and that way we wouldn't have to necessarily rent them.
Yeah, these books I got were crap anyway. They don't have anything I need.
What were you looking for?
I was looking for information on the elder succubi, and this is just pornography.
Oh, yeah, those books tend to be like that sometimes whenever they touch on those sort of subjects.
Any particular reason why you're interested in the lovely ladies and gentlemen of passion?
We don't have to pry. That could be very personal business, Crane.
I want to try and get a hold of somebody and see if I can't get some information.
No, that's fair.
That's about it.
Why don't we actually try looking for people then? I'm sure there's got to be an elf or something that's old enough to tell us what went down. What
That's
went down?
true. Do elves in this... Sorry, out of character question. Do elves in this world live long? Like...
About
I know,
1,000 years, barring disease or injury.
Yeah. All right.
Natural longevity.
Yeah, so there could be an elf that is still alive that has been through the Battle of Razakran that might know more, so...
Or several elves.
Or several. Who knows? Gotta go find him.
It may not be an elf. I don't know how long everything lives around here.
That's true.
Well, for
I
now,
mean, I could have 3 more weeks on me. I don't know how long I live.
Don't be dark! I think you'd have a lot more gray hairs if that was the case.
You'd have a few more hours, and depending on how well the spider cave goes.
hey.
Um,
But yeah, I think we can go back and get Dream's armor, right?
Yep, it's been about a good enough amount of time, and it should be done now.
Cool.
Don't we need to go get Nathis's armor too?
Yeah. Well, Nathis's armor, didn't they say it would be ready by like the end of the day?
We can go.
Yeah,
check.
I have a leather breastplate for now. That will be fine.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we can get we have Nathis's replacement armor. We can get Dream's armor. So like we go over there and do that then?
Sure.
sounds good,
Heading. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so we go back to the leather worker, pick up my armor.
Do you find that they've made it actually very well, despite how little measurements they've taken? They give it to you and they smile and says, "Thank you very much for doing business again, and hope to see you guys later." They seem mostly to be talking to you guys instead of her about again of business, but still, they seem very happy that work was commissioned and they were able to give you this.
Right.
Yeah, they're talking to them because they're the ones with the money.
yeah.
So
So do you want to wear your robes over top, or
oh yes.
Let her change in peace.
Wearing a vest over top of your robes if you're a druid is like wearing your tube socks above the cuff of your pants. Or like socks and sandals. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I almost did that the other day because I had like these.
Oh my god, you boob!
I didn't mean to. Well, because I was going
That
on
is
a walk, and I'm very used to just like slipping on my sandals and just going out. But it's colder weather, so I had socks on, and I just didn't even think about it. And I was like, oh shit.
That is a very German or Wisconsin thing. So
Well, seeing he is neither.
Hey, I have quite a bit of German in me. I'm not actually fully German though.
Crane's gonna give like a once over? You look good. Ready for...
Rain,
He says that about everyone.
behave.
No, of course not. I was just saying she looks ready for combat.
Hmm.
So I can
Well-
show you the way to this cave, since I've been there once already.
Works for me.
Sounds lovely. Lead the way.
Let's go.
I will advise that we stick together when we enter this place, because separating it will just lead to disaster. And I
Hand the
prefer
key
not to go
inside
through
the
that
cart.
again.
Again, can I quickly just grab the journal? Do we even have to like roleplay that out? Can I just make it
Yeah,
quick?
you can grab a journal. It's like a couple of silver.
Alrighty then.
Actually, wait, no. Didn't you grab the journal yesterday, or not yesterday?
Yeah, I could've
I have
swore
a
that you
book.
did.
I have a
Yeah,
book,
you-
but not a.
Uh,
I mean, if I
he got the book. I'm
He
not
didn't
sure.
grab a journal last time, so.
Oh, okay. Well, still,
Okay.
a journal is fairly easy to pick up, and so is a quill and some ink.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. I'm gonna do that real quick. So
Or some
Okay.
charcoal, which, travels better.
Yeah, or charcoal.
you know, get a little bit of both. So never
Sound
hurts.
good. All
Anyways,
right.
you manage to get out of the city fairly well, and the druid leads you along a very, very easy to follow path, despite the fact that it's not on any road.
Do. As soon as we are out of sight of everybody, I pull out the Voidstone necklace and just work one of the stones off the thong or whatever it is that's stringing them together.
All right, roll me a Constitution save.
Oh, okay.
What?
Oh boy.
I knew this.
Here we go.
Crane is not gonna be near him while he's
Nope,
fiddling
all
with
of
that.
you guys are walking together.
Oh.
This is why I said that we should read about these
Who's
things
ready
in the
for the-
library.
Behave.
I blame you. I blame you, not this. I blame you. So do we all have to roll
So
Constitution
that's a
saves?
15.
Nope, just happened. Sorry, your base is 15?
The Constitution save total is 15.
It's 15. Okay, so you only get knocked on your ass. The rest of you sort of feel a pressure wave wash over you, and those of you who are magically sensitive sort of briefly get the sensation like when you expose your eyes to too much light too quickly. Except for obviously you can still see just fine. All of you see a very clear purple lightning that arcs out, and you hear a small I'm gonna say it's not an explosion, but you hear an implosion as the whatever it is happens. And Nethys, you get knocked on your ass. You manage to get the one bead off, and you avoid taking any damage. But the lightning passed way close to your face.
What was that?
Why did you? What? Warn us next time. What was that?
All right, give me a moment.
I mean, I can read anything, but I can't hear everything. So
Well, if you want to, go ahead and roll for reading what he's writing on the ground.
I am gonna peek.
If you want to.
I'm curious. Okay, I'm gonna peek. What's he doing?
If you
He just
feel an itch at the back of your head, maybe stop.
Well, yeah. This isn't my first rodeo with funky text.
That's what they all say.
If you feel a sudden itching in your genitals, probably stop.
Why would I feel?
If your nuts hit the floor, you've gone too far.
Don't remind me.
Oh my god, thank you for that payoff.
You. My God.
Wait, did the audience hear about that joke? Did they have context for this?
I'm sure they will.
I kind of don't want them to.
Oh, Well, sucks for
But
you, audience.
I do have the recording, but it's not part of this one, so I could
Okay.
cut it out.
I don't even know if they deserve context, do they?
Uh,
Might be nice to have their
Anyways.
imaginations run wild.
the nuts incident.
That's for the Patreon rewards.
Anyway,
So-
that's what I'm using the energy from that thing from.
All right. Are you going to try to read? And if so, roll me to be able to read what he's writing on the ground.
What would I roll? Magical knowledge background? All right. Would that be intelligence or wisdom?
This one will be. I'm going to say this one's going to be intelligence.
All right.
Intelligence based.
That's my bread and butter. Oh! Dang it.
It'd
What
be
did you
like
get?
that sometimes.
My first time trying to use my magic eye powers.
You rolled
What
a
did you
natural
roll?
20 and a natural 1.
Oh wow, you rolled a natural 1. Okay. then,
Isn't that like null and void all your bonuses?
Hey, so is he blind?
okay. No, he's not blind.
No, his nuts
but-
just hit the floor.
He didn't have time to read it because I was going so fast.
Yeah, you can't read it, and your eyes sort of go cross-eyed for a couple of seconds. Nethys, as you do me a favor and roll me a raw d20.
I just get a little dizzy and I like sit down for a second. I kind of like prop myself up on Crane, like, ooh. Stellar
That's a
rolls
6.
all around.
Oh shit.
Well,
Okay.
That's a
Roll me
roll.
one more d20.
Uh-oh.
What is up with.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Oh! At least it's not another
And
natural
then one
one.
last one.
That's a 4, and.
Here's the one.
Why do you say this?
I swear. Oh,
That's a
Average,
10.
That's fine.
That's a
That's-
10. Okay, so
Better than both of your previous rolls combined.
yeah.
It's the same as both of his previous rolls combined.
alrighty then. So what you guys see is him quickly scroll something into the soil around him, and the bead in his hand seems to, it doesn't glow, but it seems to absorb the light around it, and it creates a field of darkness as it sort of it rises up out of his hand. He speaks some demonic words, and the energy seems to fluctuate, and the druid can tell that it's going wildly out of control. Nathis, it's going out of control, and you can feel this a few seconds after you misenunciate one of your syllables, and the bead, you can't control it, so the best thing you can do is try to let go and move away. You
I
can
was going
move
to say, I toss this thing as far as I can.
Oh, you can't toss it. It's already moving up out of your grip, but you can try to get it out. Move out of
Run
the circle.
away!
Oh, good
Okay.
lord.
So you see him stumble out of the circle and try to move out.
Crane is
And as
gonna.
he's telling you guys to run away, you see the bead sort of twist and implode itself into what seems to be a spherical field. And you can see through the field into another realm that seems to be on fire.
Oh.
Crane is gonna take a step back.
I am
start-
drawing my sword.
Yeah, he's drawing a short sword. Like, let's go.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna grab my long
Hey,
sword.
who
just
wants
in
to have
case.
a journey through hell, guys?
Boy, oh boy.
I cannot see where that was necessary.
Well, seriously, please give us a heads up next time. What?
Nathis, what did you do?
So what happens?
Why is the air on fire?
So you see this rift that has been opened up, and it seems to be contained at the moment to inside of the circle that he drew on the ground and inside of the runes. Something about the geometry of the circle that he wrote and the spell work seems to keep it so it doesn't rip any further. But whatever magic is perpetuating the spell seems to keep it open for definitely long enough that you can see and feel things on the other side that have definitely got their attention drawn by this rip in. Seems to be their reality as well as yours. And you can see them coming closer, and Nathis, you feel your companion close, but it seems to be frustrated that you opened this fucking portal so goddamn far away.
Oh joy. He better run.
Yeah, you can tell that he's running and he's pissed at you. Very pissed. for all sorts of reasons.
Well, this isn't new, so
Just
But
another
you're-
Saturday.
Is anything coming out of that
That's what
thing besides what he wants to come out of that thing?
I'm not even sure if Crane's gonna let what comes out of that thing out.
Well, I don't know if it's a choice.
I don't think Kro'var's going to. It
So
all
as of
depends
right
on what
now,
comes
you
out.
don't. As of right now, you don't see anything that's close enough to come out within the next few minutes or a few moments. But you can tell that there are things approaching the portal from all directions. Because if you move around this thing and you don't view it just from one position, you can actually change your viewpoint. It's sort of like panning a camera around, except for through a portal. So
Oh.
it seems to be open in all directions, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
This is
as
comforting.
the entities on the other side become clearer and clearer because they get closer and closer, you can see that there are many very unhappy, spiky clawed, small demons that seem to be drawing closer.
Nothing to see here.
do I see
Uh,
mine yet?
Please go. Goodbye.
You don't see it yet, but you can feel that it's about 2 minutes away.
Oh, that's not fun.
The things on the other side that you see are definitely closer than 2 minutes away. In fact, they're about 10 seconds away.
Close the portal.
Roll me a d20. Actually, you might as well just roll all three, but yeah, tell me what each raw roll is individually.
Why?
That's an
Because
8.
if this doesn't work, I have my own idea.
We're gonna need to have a talk later.
Oh, natural
That's
20.
a natural 20.
Ooh, wait, an 8 and then a 20?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. What are we rolling for?
And a 3.
He is rolling to close the portal.
He's trying to close the portal. He got a natural 20 and an 8 and a 3.
Like you do.
The important roll, the first roll is to determine how successful you are. The second roll is to determine the amplitude of weirdness, and the third roll is the amount of power you manage to put into the spell.
Oh no.
So accurate,
thankfully,
super weird.
So he rolled 8 on the ability to do the spell. He rolled a 20 on the level of weirdness that could happen from it, and a level 3 for the amount of power that goes into it. So,
If we survive this, I'm killing you.
so what you see is Nethys hold out his claw. He trips over one of his words as he tries to cast the spell, and you all can tell that he trips over this word, despite even though it's in a demonic language. And
We
the
see him
runes at
kind
the
of
base
contort his face a little.
Yeah. Well, it's like a stutter, but even though it's in another language, you can tell he stuttered, even though he only did it once. But anyways, now the runes that were inscribed in the ground around the portal flare up, and then they do something weird. You see lines starting to creep outward from the portal very slowly, and you see what looks like runes sort of naturally sort of curl themselves into existence as the magical lines sort of spread. And the edges of the portal start growing wider.
Okay, so I'm going to take the. How exactly is my greatsword shaped?
I was just gonna say like a
Specifically
claymore.
the blade.
It's like a claymore, you said?
Yeah. So straight and clean. Then it has,
Okay.
it has two edges, but it's still straight and clean.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to take one of the edges and basically like a plow, tear up as much of the ground as I can on one side of this portal to destroy
Roll me
the
a
ring.
Constitution save.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh no. How did things go so wrong so quickly?
Um, how did you roll it?
Nope, wait, hang on.
Yeah, that does not seem. No.
The heck are my saves?
He rolled the wrong thing, is what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job.
Just roll con, and then, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's
How's
much
that?
better.
What did you get?
22.
22? Okay. So you feel a tingle run through your arms, and you're the one with the mithril blade, right?
Yes.
All right. So you feel a tingle through your arms, and the blade cleanly slices through the dirt rather easily. You notice that mithril is most definitely a much better metal to be using for this sort of thing than steel, because it cuts like it's like a dream. It's great. This is a wonderful purchase. So you cut straight through the sod and the dirt and the runes themselves, and you see the flicker. Everything sort of flickers like a broken light or a disconnected light. The runes on the ground. So they were about to shift to a reddish color when you did that, and instead they flicker and sort of burn out. And now the rift in front of you, everyone can feel a sort of tug, and then you feel and see air start drawing inward like a gentle breeze, but you can tell it's picking up, and now the portal is growing smaller.
Okay, as it's going stronger and going smaller, Crane's gonna still try and step back and pull Ovark away.
Yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm like still like curious. I'm like squinting at it.
How big is this portal? Like diameter?
It's about 5 feet across and all directions. Basically speaking, it's a 4-dimensional hole in a 3-dimensional space.
Right.
And it's growing smaller with every moment, and the smaller it gets, the stronger the pull as air seems to drain into it.
That's fine. I'm just going to keep standing my ground. I don't
Don't stick anything in there.
Closes.
All right. You see on the other side that the demons have gotten much closer, and one of them jumps out, but on the other side, out of the direction that you guys are standing.
Opposite
so it
me.
lands, opposite of you guys. This thing seems to be looks like what happens if you were to take a dog and dunk them into a fire, and then set them into a blade, like a hill of like random knives. So they have like blades sticking out of their hide, and it has a permanent grin as it doesn't have any lips.
Okay. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna take a dirt nap here in a second.
That's gonna take a shadow walk right now.
So that was not a good thing. That was not a good thing.
Oh, roll initiative. Okay.
Oh god.
So that's the first thing that managed to get out, but the portal is still closing, and the draw from there's a gentle breeze, well, a picking up breeze that's getting pulled in.
Who needs to take quests when you can have your own party member create a fucking rift in reality?
I know. Come on, dude. Give us a warning next time at least. Oh.
Just kidding.
You guys just opened up the super secret special quest line. Save the entirety of reality before it gets sucked through the portal.
I forgot to unselect the thing.
I don't have a...
Sorry.
I don't have a token, so I'll just...
Yeah, so just do Dex. Nobody has a token right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with no background, I'm assuming.
So I have an 18. Connor has a 23.
I also have an 18.
Because I rolled a natural 20.
My modifier is higher than yours, so would I go first?
Me and Axe have a 18.
Yeah.
Connor
has 22, and I have a 12.
I rolled a natural 20, so...
Hold on a second, I'm still trying to get us down.
It's alright. Do you just want to go through a list, 25 to 20, 19 to 15, that sort of thing?
I'm having to write down everyone's characters' names first. Hold on.
No worries.
So we got F.
Hey, now this, in post, do you want to add, battle music in the background?
Sure. I mean, first I have to listen to how it came out, because I can't add music to the last one due to me being so freaking quiet.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Here comes the part where I forget how to play the game, because... Oops.
It's fine, I haven't played combat in this version either.
It doesn't matter what edition it is, as soon as it comes to be my turn, I just get overwhelmed, and then I'm like...
It'll be fine.
Now this got an 18. Dream, what did you get?
Dream?
Dream got a 22.
I'm talking to myself. It should be an 18. I accidentally had a background check that shouldn't have been.
Oh, 18. Okay.
Okay, so 18. And Crane, what did you get?
18 as well. So yeah, Crane.
Ovark got a 23.
I rolled a natural 20, so
What is up
Yeah.
with you?
Kro'var, what did you get?
22. Or sorry, 12. Jesus.
usually I roll really badly, so I'm just taking what I can get right now.
No, it's
All right.
fine.
So Orvark, what do you do? Because you get first.
Okay. So because this is a fight, we have the standard action, movement action, and quick action, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry, I'm getting all nervous. I think what I will start with is a Song of Heroes, because that is a quick action, and when I start it, it gives me and all my nearby allies a +1 attack bonus until the start of my next turn, as long as I can sustain it. So I figured I'd use that as my quick action. I'd start like playing some music, start singing some stuff. So is that cool? Can I do that?
Yeah, totally.
All right. So I do that, So that's my quick action. And I think the dog is. How close is this creepy demon dog thing?
It's about 4 meters away. It jumped pretty far.
Okay. So can I still use the spell Battle Chant on this turn because it's a standard action? Would I be able to do
Wait,
that?
would you be doing the song or the chant?
Do you have to
'Cause
pick
you only-
one?
Well, you only have one mouth, dude.
Hmm.
I mean, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for you to be able to chant and do that at the same time, unless you were.
Because the Battle Chant's
You
just
don't
a
have it in-
spell. It's not a song.
Oh wait, it's not sustained. Oh, okay.
No, it's not sustained. It's just a spell. Because all it does is it's essentially just like a little bit of damage. And because essentially what it does is because I can activate a battle cry with it if I roll, like essentially instead of having to use melee attacks, I'm just using a magical thing.
So how much damage does this do?
Because I picked up the feat for it, it would do 1d6 plus my intelligence modifier if it hits.
All right. Roll to hit then.
All right.
That's a 15 versus mental defense.
Mental defense. Hold on.
Unfortunately, it's not high enough to actually activate any battle cries, but that's okay.
That's
Maybe
all
it'll
right.
hit.
All
Maybe
right,
it'll
so you
hit.
definitely
so-
hit them. Roll the d6 for damage plus whatever modifiers you need.
All right. All right. 5 points of thunder damage.
Holy shit.
All right, so the dog twitches as it gets hit with a little bit of damage. It turns around and looks directly at you, Ovark. What else did you do?
I mean, I'd use my standard action, my quick action, so all I can do is move, I think. So.
Would you like to move closer, further away, or stay where you
No,
are?
I am not moving closer. I'm gonna go hide behind the most heavily armored people here, so like Kro'var or Nathis, or
All right.
I'm hiding behind the big ones. Well,
Nathis, Dream, and Crane, can you all three roll me a d20?
Oh, okay.
I got 12.
I got 17.
I got 19.
Good. I want you to go first.
So I take it that means I go first.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
So Nathis goes first, and then it's Crane and then Dream.
Sounds good.
What am I going to do? So there are slaughter demons on the other side of that thing, right? The portal.
Well, currently just one very.
On the other
no,
side of the
other-
portal.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, so I'm actually going to cast Summon Slaughter Demon and pull another one out of frickin' there.
Why?
Just, it's like, all right, guys. I know we have one demon, but how about we have two now? Like, what?
Roll me the 3d20s, please, or is this a spell that
This
you
is
already
actually a
have?
spell I have.
Okay, then never mind. You don't? Okay, well, I'm gonna also give you the opportunity to possibly roll those 3 to actually have it go better. Or are you just gonna stick with the standard?
I'm gonna stick with the standard summon a claw demon out of there.
Okay.
So pull out random claw demon, and it gets to attack immediately.
So what you guys see is him flick his claw, and then the portal pulses as one of the demons looks like it sort of phases through everything and appears right next to Nathis. And those with the magical sensitivity to themselves, well, those who can sense magic can tell that this creature is bound to the half Lucilian's will.
And
There is a
it's
bonding connection.
going to roll to, or it's going to run up and try to attack this demon dog thing.
Woo!
I have a feeling this is
This is probably fine.
This is fine.
just house burning down around us. This is fine. This is
That's
fine.
19 to hit.
Damn.
And it takes 3 damage because I don't have to roll for that. But I do
Alright.
have to roll a d10, so...
Would it also get the +1 bonus to attack bonuses?
It would.
Because it's an ally, technically, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Ouch. Okay, so it takes 5 damage. Just
The
for...
dog does.
No, my little claw demon takes 5 damage because that's how this works.
Okay.
Why is it? Oh,
It takes
extra
damage
grade.
for existing.
oh.
Wow. That's a harsh life.
Hey, that's what happens when a demon exists too long in the normal realm. They actually don't belong here, and yeah.
It hurts.
I mean,
Okay.
that's kind of comforting, at least, you know. It's like almost like vampires. They just
There
know.
are exceptions, but yeah.
Like succubus or
Well,
incubus.
also, if a demon is powerful enough, they can just sort of grin and bear it.
Oh fuck.
Mhm.
Or if they have somebody who's sustaining them, which I'm not for this guy. This is just get over here and kill this thing.
Mm.
Still seems suspicious.
Alrighty then, so that's what you do. Is that the entirety of your
Uh,
actions?
as far as I know, I don't have anything else I can do. I guess I'm going to move closer.
Alright,
Yeah,
What?
I'm going to move closer, and that's all I can
that's the
do.
end of your turn. Okay, Crane, what are you doing?
Okay, so would you say that the claw demon is engaged with the hellhound?
It is.
Okay, so Crane is gonna mosey on over and make an attack at the hellhound with his short sword.
Roll to hit.
Yay! Do I use a power for this, or do I just like use a regular attack?
That's up to you.
Oh,
You want to use something powerful against it, or do you want to use a normal attack? Do bear in mind there are more demons coming toward the portal
okay.
from the outside.
So when I use a power, can I only use it like once per round, or like?
That depends on the power. Like, but what are you trying to do?
Uh,
Are you trying to focus magic into like a spell? Because
I don't
that's
have
something different.
rogues don't have spells. Or at least not
Well,
me. I have Shadow Walk, but that's it.
I will make
Anyway.
this. Well, no, I want to make this very, very clear to everyone here and present. If you want to try to cast a spell, regardless of what it is, I will let you make that attempt. That's what the triple roll for the magic, the
Oh.
3d20 roll is. That's him. That's what happens when you put your will into magic to try to make an alteration to the world around you, or like it also goes with enchanting and a bunch of other things. But I will let you do whatever you want to try to do. But there may be some strange and unforeseen effects depending on how you roll.
Well, I did not know that, but I don't have I don't really know that much about magic at the moment, so I'll have to try and learn that later. But I'll just
So-
do a basic melee attack for now. and I was hoping to do the basic melee attack and then cast Shadow Walk against the Hellhound afterward.
Remember, you get a +1.
So, I do get a +1. Okay, cool.
Yep, roll
I'm
to hit.
singing my song.
Okay. Fuck, that's a natural 1.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
So you fling your weapon just past the hound, and it misses it as the weapon comes loose from your grip because you lost it. So now it's on the other side of the hound and stuck on the ground.
Okay,
Thank
can I
God
use,
it didn't get sucked into the portal.
can I use my
Um,
free?
Actually, your natural 1 was on the damage. You rolled a 21 to hit.
Never mind. Sorry, it was a 21 to
Oh.
hit.
Oh.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Oh, that's
Good.
good.
Okay.
So he only takes 1 damage?
He takes 5 points of
5
damage.
damage, but it was a
Yeah.
21 to hit.
Oh, that red is
So
really deceiving. Okay.
I did help.
Okay. So that's 21 to hit, 5 points of damage, and so that's fine. I did not lose my blade, and now I'm going to
Just to
shadow
let you
walk.
know,
Oh.
just to let you know, the hound looks very, very wounded now.
Oh, okay, cool. So I have momentum now, so that's nice. And I'm going to shadow walk against the hound. You know what? Oh no, but it has to be against the enemy with the highest mental defense. Shit. Okay. You know what?
Technically, he would have the highest mental defense because he's the only enemy there.
That's true. It's just if he's gonna die before it hits, then it's just a wasted ability. So I think I'm just gonna wait for now and see how that goes.
Alrighty then, is that the end of your turn?
Yep, that's the end of my
Alright.
turn.
Dream, what are you doing?
I'm going to attempt to hit it with my evil eye. And
Give him the spook.
yeah, it'll
What does
kind
Evil Eye
of.
do?
He has to save or take psychic damage equal to double my level, and then he's struck with fear for a number of rounds equal to the current escalation die.
You will be able to tell then as a druid that your fear effect on this creature is going to be null and void. This
Okay.
creature does not have the physical capability to know fear.
Okay, then I will hit it with my short bow.
Damn, must be nice. They must not suffer from anxiety.
Oh, it has other mental issues, don't worry.
Okay.
Anyway, so roll to hit for your short bow.
I mean, this is going well.
Just so you know, you can click on the ranged attack thing on your character sheet, and it will roll for you.
Apparently, I thought I did, but I pushed the wrong button.
Yeah, just the green stuff on the right.
There it goes. Oh, that sucks.
So that's a 7.
A 7 to hit. Okay, so your shot goes wide.
I'm a little rusty.
You
I'm
don't
blaming.
you don't hit any of your allies, but you don't hit the enemy either.
Well, okay.
All right, Kro'var, what are you up to? Or wait, Dream, are you going to do anything else?
Okay, hold on.
Wait, did it not take the psychic damage? Or
No, it
She decided
wouldn't have
to get
worked.
testing
I
stuff.
didn't use it.
I mean, like you could still have did the psychic damage, just wouldn't have been afraid of you.
Oh, dang it. I totally forgot to use a battle.
But yeah, the short bow seems like a good thing as well. Oh, it missed. Sorry, I'm out of it.
Is that all you're going to be doing for this round?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take a step back at this point.
Fair enough. All right, Kro'var, what are you up to?
Kro'var charges in.
Oh no, my meat shield's running away.
Alrighty then, roll to hit, I'm assuming?
Yizzer. I'm doing some editing on files.
Maybe I should have tried to kick it in the face. I probably would have critted.
Maybe.
Apparently, I have this innate
There we go.
martial arts skill in my foot.
Maybe you should have been drunk.
20 to hit.
Natural 20, or is that a modifier?
No, 20 just regular. 20 is modified.
Damn,
All right.
that's a
All
lot.
right. So you definitely hit. Roll for damage.
13.
Alrighty then. So Kro'var rushes in and splits it directly in half.
Yeah.
Ooh, but good job.
So two meaty, fleshy halves of the dog land down. It snarls in irritation real quick, and then it just seems to just lay there. It doesn't bleed very much, oddly enough, but
Oh,
it
so
does.
it's still technically alive?
You can't really tell if it's alive, but you can tell it's definitely incapacitated.
Let's not risk it. Let's toss it back in the portal.
It's not. Well, Kro'var, is that all you're gonna do? Are you gonna try to pick it up and toss it through the portal in your round?
Can I try and golf swing it? Like use my sword to kind of just flip this thing back into the portal?
Or
Sure. Go ahead and roll for that. Roll for Dex.
Dex?
So you're basically playing golf with
9.
9.
Roll the 9. Okay. So you managed to flip one half of the dog into the portal.
That's fine.
That's good enough.
All right.
Was it
so
the bitey half, or was it...
Well, you split it directly down the middle from the tip of its
Oh,
toe,
okay,
nose
alright.
to its.
I thought it was across the abdomen. I didn't know you meant ass.
You did a hot dog slice, not a hamburger slice.
Okay.
Yeah. So just after you toss in half of the dog through the portal, you see two more demons jump out, perpendicular to where the first one jumped out. These ones seem to be a bit larger, but they're at least not the spiked dog. These, in fact, look like one of the demons that Nethys had phased to his side and made to attack the dog.
Are either of them the one I'm waiting for?
Nope, but you can tell that one's about halfway here from before. So it had 2 minutes before, now it has a minute to get here.
Awesome.
He's running his ass off. You can feel that he's still pissed at you for opening the portal so fucking far away. You can actually hear him cussing in your mind.
By the way, the only reason I tried to get him is because I would have had him since I was like 12, and you said we can remember to 13, so...
Yep.
But none of the rest of us are aware of this, so we're just like, oh, he's summoning demons! Ah!
Burn the heretic.
Just out of nowhere, just like,
How
hey,
big
guys.
is the portal now?
The portal is about 3.5 feet across.
And how strong is the wind?
The wind is, if you stand about a foot or about 5 feet away, it's kind of getting difficult to. You have to lean away from it to stand upright, and your clothes and armor are definitely whipping toward the portal. You can definitely see the grass curving upward toward the portal as the air moves in. So the draw has about doubled since before.
So I'm assuming we're at top of the round because two demons just popped in.
Yes,
are
we're
they-
at the top of the round, but the demons are going first. So
Boy. Even though I rolled a natural 20, not fast enough.
well, these two came out at the end of the roll, and they would have gone first anyway. So
I see.
they are going to go after Kro'var and Crane. Wait, no, Crane. You're one of the ones in melee range, right?
Yes, I am in melee range.
If your
Alrighty
name's
then.
not-
What
Well,
is
like,
your AC?
Well, I attacked one of the hellhounds, so they're probably close to me. My AC is 16.
Okay, so that one misses. Kro'var, what's your AC?
16.
Nice.
All right, so one of them swings its limbs at you, and the jagged blades sort of bite into your leg and deals 5 damage to you.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
What do you mean,
5 damage, right?
Yep, 5.
I don't think you have a choice. He's biting into you.
That's a bad idea.
Alrighty then, Ovark, it is your turn. What are you doing?
All right, I gotta we gotta make a sustained check on my song, so time to roll that d20. All right, I sustained it. The song keeps going. All right. So what?
That was you.
Never mind.
Oh no! Sorry. I thought you were like,
Hey.
making a noise, like you were like reading something. Like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, no, sorry. So there's 2 more demons that just popped out. Oh fuck. I'm gonna try to use my battle chant again. So that's a 14 to hit
Versus mental.
versus mental defense. Yeah.
All right, that hits. How much damage does that do?
All right. 8 points of thunder damage. And I do not get a battle cry because I forgot to do that last time, but oops.
8 damage to each, or?
Just to one of them. It's only a single target at will spell.
All right, one of them is pissed, and they're looking at you.
I am going to use my movement. Again, can I try to position myself behind someone? Would I have enough movement for that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Who am I?
Is it the end of your turn?
Yeah, probably gonna end my turn. Just who am I hiding behind?
I'd probably say you're hiding behind Kro'var.
All right, good. Gonna hide behind him. He's the biggest.
Yeah. So, Nethys, what are you doing?
I am, well, first, Mr. Slaughter Demon under my control is going to go up and smack this.
Smack ho.
The
My
injured or
God.
the uninjured one?
The uninjured one, the one that Connor did not go after.
All right.
That's a 13 versus AC.
Remember, get a +1 for my song.
Yeah, that's why it's a +7 instead of a +6.
Ah, okay.
All right, that doesn't quite make it, so he just misses. Or his claws scrub off the
Okay.
edges of it.
Well, rolling for damage for him.
Wait, what do you mean?
He takes damage.
Oh, okay.
Every round he does something, he takes damage. I am going to... I'm going to go up and just smack this guy with my tree limb.
Don't you have like an actual weapon?
I do not have I have daggers.
No,
but,
didn't you commission a greatsword though? I thought.
which will be done at the end of the day.
Oh.
Again. Oops.
He got the good stuff, which takes a little bit of time.
So, smacking.
Don't spank the demon.
Roll for smack.
I'm doing pure physical damage. That is a that's
whoa.
a natural 20.
Damn.
Alrighty then. That's to the
crits?
uninjured one, right?
No, this. Sorry, I didn't declare. My demon is going after the uninjured one. I'm going after the one that Connor hit.
Oh, okay.
You're just. Wow. Must be one sturdy stick.
So that is a 9 plus 3 is 12 damage total. And just a moment. I am going to also hit it with Expose Weakness because I rolled a natural even hit.
Oh, nice.
So it's AC, PD, and MD all go down by 2.
Alrighty then. So basically what everyone else sees, and what you see also too, Nathis, is him jab the head of his staff, really the part where he ripped it off the tree, the gnarled end of it, through its chest and into where you suspect its heart is, especially when a bunch of blood just gushes out and soaks all of the wood. And you guys can see right into, you could fairly easily hit that thing, and you can see that this creature is heavily weakened. But obviously, this is not a normal creature, as it just got its heart ripped open and is still standing.
Mhm.
So this is a reminder: you are in fact fighting a demon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
But now, Crane, your staff is soaked with demon blood.
Well, that's not this.
I'm sorry, yeah, Nethys, your names. I
Yeah.
swear, I'm gonna get them.
It's all right.
Nethys' staff is soaked with demon blood. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
All right, Crane, what are you doing?
Okay, so I am, would you say, engaged with the two demons alongside the others?
You're engaged with one of them. The other one is after. Wait. Are you near the injured or the uninjured one?
I was attacking. Well, one of them attacked me, so I was assuming that I.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that was the injured one. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Like-
you're near the injured one, and the uninjured one is on the other side of the portal.
Okay. So would you say it's nearby?
Yes, it's right next to you.
Okay, cool. So, I'm going to attack the injured one. Isn't Kro'var near it? If not, the claw demon is, so it's fine.
Rolled hit.
Okay. Uh, da-da-da-da-da. Let's do this. Oh, natural 20.
Whoa, we're just rolling the natural 20s today, aren't we?
What is your
Um,
minimum damage?
My minimum damage is okay, it's 1d8 plus 4, so 5.
All right, yeah. So you swing your weapon around and you remove its head. And that
Okay.
seems to be fairly effective at making it drop and twitch. So that thing is no longer a threat.
Okay. And you're going to see Crane kind of start to move and fade into mist as I cast Shadow Walk against the one that is engaged with Kro'var.
Alrighty.
That's 25 versus his mental defense.
Oh, that's 25. Oh, look at that hits. How much damage?
No, it's I remove myself from play, and then at the start of my next turn, I return anywhere nearby, and then I deal double damage with my first rogue attack that turn.
Oh,
He's
okay.
backstabbing,
So
essentially.
that'll hit next round then.
Oof,
Very cool.
Must have been fun playing hide and seek with you.
Alrighty, so that's the end of your turn, right?
Yep, I just disappear.
Alright, so Dream, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I am. So he killed the uninjured one?
I killed the injured one.
Okay, so the injured one is out of
dead,
play.
and there's only one of them left. And just to put things into perspective for you, you have a portal that's about 3 foot wide open right now, half a dead demon dog, and a fully one whole dead Thresher demon.
It's a claw
Okay,
demon.
I'm gonna. Oh, I don't want to do that. All right, which side of the portal is it standing on?
It's standing on the south side of the portal.
Okay, because the wind is pulling toward the portal, I'm going to attempt to shoot him with my short bow again, but I'm going to aim slightly more south. So I'm hoping that the wind will help me hit him.
Alrighty. Roll me to hit. Or roll to hit.
19.
Very nice. How much damage?
2?
2?
It's nice.
I hit him.
Well, you do 2 damage?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised.
That's sad.
She rolled minimum damage, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She rolled a 1.
It's a short bow. I mean,
Okay, so your
Wait,
bow
what's the
lands
damage on your bow?
1d6
Oh, I'm
1.
sorry. I should have rolled sneak attack. I'll remember for next time.
Wait, your damage on your bow is 1d. Oh, okay, so anyway, so your arrow hits it and it sticks in, but it doesn't seem to do too much. This thing seems to have a very thick skull, so yeah, it's just sticking out of its head. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I move further away from the portal.
Fair enough. Kro'var, what are you doing?
I'm going to go to the one that Dream just tried to turn into a pincushion.
So the one right next to you. Okay.
Yes.
Before things happen, Connor did bring up a good point. Escalation die right now at 1. That means you get to add an extra +1 to your attack rolls.
Oh,
And my
So-
song is also going, so it'd be plus
A +2.
I
So
did
it'd be a
not know
+2.
that.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'll try to have a counter up on the screen so we actually know for next time.
Sure.
Yeah,
No
sorry, I
worries.
didn't mean to derail things a bit. That just came up because I saw that.
No, it's helpful.
I need to make a quick D4 roll. I was supposed to do this at the end of my turn, but my frenzy builds. Every time I land a successful attack, I build frenzy, which adds to my pool at the end of the turn.
Oh,
You can go ahead and do that now.
we're still learning.
Slash
Oh, you need to have
R,
a slash, yeah.
slash R, 1d4. I can't exactly show the text, so slash R.
Yeah,
D4.
it's
Like that.
Got it.
There we go. 3
Okay,
frenzy.
so 3. It's actually really good.
Just starts
So-
foaming at the mouth.
Are going to attack,
Roar.
and you guys said. Okay, so right now we are looking at 8 to hit plus 2. You said.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the attack is 10.
Against physical defense?
Wait, did you already add your 2?
it's against
It's 8 plus
AC.
Oh, okay.
versus AC.
Versus AC. So you rolled a 10?
Yes.
Alright, that does not hit.
Okay.
Alrighty then. So it's the top of the round. The portal has gotten a little bit smaller, and for those still standing in melee range of the portal, you need to roll an easy con roll, or con. No, not con. Strength. An easy strength roll. So you have to get above a 4. Otherwise, you will be sucked into the portal.
Am I close or am I not? Because
You're behind
'cause
Kro'var.
I was behind Kro'var, but then he ran a little bit more to attack the one dude, so I don't know if I'm close.
Well, no, he was still engaged with the claw demon that was right next to him, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I did.
So,
So
we're all
no.
making...
Only those who are in melee range of the demons, or are basically standing within 5 meters of the portal, need to make an easy strength roll. So just get above a 4.
Do I need to make a strength roll? Because it says that I'm supposed to be removed from play. Like, I think I just kind of vanish.
Nope, you are phased out.
Yeah.
He's gone. He's so stealthy, he literally disappeared from existence.
So I guess that leaves
Dream?
Mathis,
But-
and
No, Dream is ranged right now.
Oh, yeah, Dream is
Doesn't
ranged,
matter.
so. Ovark, yeah. Roll a quick strength roll, I guess.
All
Alright,
you have to do is get better than 4.
don't jinx.
You got an 8.
Alrighty then.
I don't get to add anything to it, okay? I'm nervous.
Is there anyone else in melee range of the portal?
we all rolled. Now.
Yeah, we all rolled and nobody got below 4.
Kro'var got 9.
I mean, I guess
Nathis
there's.
got 25.
I guess
Ovark
there's
got 8.
there's Nathis's claw demon that he summoned.
That
Fair.
thing is, that thing already. That thing's fine.
That thing's fine? Okay.
So, yeah, the demons that are still standing are doing fine. They're not affected by this right now. Nathis, you can now tell that your demon is about 3/4 of the way here, and roll me an int check. Add anything that has to do with magical knowledge and sensing. Nathis, please.
What about Demon Mama?
Sure.
I feel like that you just keep using that same one.
That's a 16.
It's reliable.
All right.
Oh, here she comes.
You can tell that there is a prime demon scryer who you just got the attention of because this portal's open.
Oh joy.
And you can tell that it's a fair bit far away, but it's definitely going to get here before the portal closes.
Okay, well, I can't do anything about that just yet
Not yet.
because it's not my turn.
No, but that's just something your character knows. Now, for the rest of you, you see the portal is about 2.5 feet wide now. The draw has doubled, and those who are standing nearby get because of your the roll you just had to make. You become very poignantly aware that if you continue to stand here, it's going to become only exponentially more difficult to remain standing with this sort of wind now that's coming, because it's now a solid wind that's being sucked into the portal, and now you guys see two more demons jump out of the portal at one toward the north and one to the northwest.
So now, how many demons we got here?
These two are just demon dogs, like the first one that jumped through.
So how many demons are there in total?
There are 3 living demons, not counting Nathis's ally. If you count him,
Alright.
then you see 4 living demons.
Mm-hmm.
3 enemy demons.
Do bear in mind, none of you guys have actually taken damage yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing pretty well.
Let's
Oh no,
not
wait,
jinx it.
that's not true. Kro'var took 5 damage.
Oh, he did. That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it took a little bit. It's fine.
Let's not jinx it yet. You know, demons just hopped at the portal, and there's more coming. So.
All right. So after
Those 2 demons jump out. The one demon that was attacked, he is still rounded on Kro'var. You rolled a... Rolled an 8, so he totally misses.
I only got a 10 to hit.
Yeah, he rolled an 8, and your AC is higher than 8, right?
Yes.
He gets an attack bonus of 6, so 8 and 6.
My AC is 16.
Yeah, so he still doesn't hit you. Alright, so those other 2 dogs, they are closer to Crane, because he's on... Wait, no, you teleported away. So is anyone on the north side of the portal? Oh, no one is, right?
No.
I think so. I'm
Okay, so those 2 dogs then run around to... Random. So they evidently both start running straight toward Nathis.
Oh no.
Oh joy.
And now it's the top of the round, so they just get there and they don't have time to attack, but they are right at your face now, Nathis. And Ovark, what do you do?
Well, I gotta check to see if my song is sustained. So. All right, the song stays. Keep playing. So.
This is the escalation die has gone up too, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think I get to add it to my sustain rolls, though. I think it's just a straight D20 when I try to just sustain my songs. So.
Escalation is 3 now,
Escalation is
or
escalation is 2. So
Escalation is
okay.
2.
so with Connor's song, you get to add +3.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Alright, so Ovark, is that your turn or?
No, not quite yet. I wanted to check something because if there's all these enemies around, I could cast a spell that will hit all of them, but I actually don't. I have to check. So, but it's a daily spell, so I'm not sure I want to use it right now. That would be Sound Burst, so it would be 1d4 nearby enemies in a group. Would I be able to position myself so that I could try to get all of them? Because I know obviously it's a 1d4,
Oh, yeah,
so I
easy.
might not get all of them, but if they're nearby...
Oh yeah, you could easily do that. So now you're standing in between all of the demons, and you're going to try to sound burst them. Go ahead and roll to hit.
If I did that, would I not be able to move anymore at the end of my turn, or no?
Yeah, that would take up your movement.
I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna just move out away from the suction zone. And I'm going to just try to battle chant again, because I do not want to get sucked in. I have crowd strength, so it would not go well. Oof, that's probably not gonna hit.
You never know. They might be stupid.
10 versus mental defense.
Yeah, 10 versus mental defense.
Actually, that just barely hits.
Oh,
So how
okay.
much damage is that?
1d6 plus your intelligence.
Well, it hits
Yeah.
the 2 dogs. It doesn't hit the larger demon.
That would be 5 points of thunder damage, and because I did roll an even number, I can use my battle cry move it, which lets me either choose one of my unengaged allies and they can move as a free action, or one of my engaged allies and they can disengage as a free action. So if anybody else wants to try to like skedaddle away from the portal right now.
And that's only to one enemy, right?
Only to one enemy, yes. Battle chance a single target. And my battle cry is also just one ally, so we're all running, right? Like we're all getting away from the portal.
I would hope so.
Which
Alright.
direction are you running away from the portal? North, south, east, west, or what?
Which direction am I in already in relation to the portal? Because I'm behind Kro'var, technically.
That's more to the south, then.
Alright, then I'll just keep moving south a bit.
Alright, I just wanted to get an idea to where you guys are in relation to the portal.
Mm-hmm.
And Crane is not back in existence yet, so I can't use my move it on him. So
No.
So Dream and Nathis and Kro'var are my options for move it. So has anybody gotten badly hurt? Or
Not really. The only
Is
one
Nath-
who's gotten hurt is Kro'var. Apparently, he's
Not
fine.
badly hurt.
no,
Just-
but doesn't Nathis have some dogs on him though?
Yeah, Nothis might be a good pick.
Because if he's surrounded, I want to try to get him
Yeah.
into perhaps a more advantageous position. So
Yeah.
I'll say Nathis. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm not going to have time to decide too much. So Nathis.
You can make a disengage check as a free action.
Yep. Or if you're not engaged, you can just move. But I think you're engaged.
He's engaged with two of them, and if he tries to move away from one, then he's going to get an opportunity attack from the other.
Isn't that what disengage is for?
Well, it only works on one target, right? That's what you said?
Disengage.
You
I think.
can you
I
can
don't know
only
anything about
disengage
disengaging.
against versus one target.
Oh,
Just,
drat. Is Kro'var engaged with one target, or
Yes.
Yep.
do you want to move?
No, I'm fine.
All right, Dream, what about you? Are you engaged with the target, or are you not?
she's ranged.
I'm ranged.
She's one of the furthest people away.
Yeah, and I'm
Alright.
just moving further away every round.
Well, you
Alright.
can make her move even faster for
Yeah,
a moment.
Do you want to try to disengage, Nathis, or nah, I do not care?
No, I'm fine.
All right, let's skedaddle, Dream.
Yeah, Dream, you can move even further away.
Oh, yay, even further.
All right,
Alright, so you have a very clear shot of basically all of your enemies and allies, I guess, if you want to try to shoot them. So you have a point advantage, so I'll give you a +1 to hit when it's your turn.
Okay.
Mostly because you're using the bow, and partially because, again, you found a particularly good spot. So that means it's Nathis's turn, right?
Yep. Yes,
Alright.
it is.
So now you can say stuff.
I'm going to actually completely ignore these dogs and use my action to try and close this portal again.
Are you going to just try to use a spell, or are you going to how are you going to try to close the portal?
Well, I don't have a close portal spell, so I'm going to have to improvise this.
Are you going to use any of the beads again, or?
That worked well last time. How about not?
Alright, so just your raw magic.
Yep.
Roll three d20s, please.
Oh, yeah, that's a 5, a 10, and a 1.
Alright, so you guys see Nathis point toward the portal, mutter a couple of words a bit more clearly than last time, and all three of the demons that are here pause and sort of glance back at the portal as it halves in size and starts the edges of it start twisting and warping in not very nice looking ways. Sort of like what happens to a drain when you drain water down a sink and you put a spoon in the
Oh.
way so it deforms, so that the little tunnel deforms. That's sort of what you see
Okay.
happen. So it's no longer a smooth sphere in space. It's this warped, wiggling, changing shape now, and it's definitely getting smaller a lot faster.
And that's all I really can do, so end my turn.
All right, so that would be Crane's turn. What are you doing now?
Well, at the beginning of my turn, I return anywhere nearby that I could have moved to normally during my turn, and I can make a rogue attack. So, can I appear to the south, near the demon that Kro'var is engaged with, but
can.
in a way that I could pop back because I want to use evasive strike.
You want to like appear right behind it.
Yeah, I want to appear behind the demon, then I want to use evasive strike for my rogue attack, and then that way I can, get away with my move action.
Sounds good. Okay. That's something you could easily do. Do you have to roll to hit for that, or is that automatic since you did it last round?
For evasive strike, okay, so basically the effect works on the Shadow Walk. It's just I actually have to hit with my attack in order for it to count.
All right. So roll to hit.
Okay, so this is evasive strike. I have a +3. Let's do this. That's 24 to hit.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Okay.
How much damage?
So that's 1d8 plus 4 doubled, and my sneak attack damage. I deal double damage for all of it. So okay. /R 1d8 plus 4 1d. Okay, and R 1d4. I think the sneak attack is just sneak attack. Yes. Okay. So that's 10 doubled to 20.
All right. So you slice your blades deep under its ribs, and you can feel them slicing clean through some very important organs to mortals. And the entire beast sort of heaves, and a bunch of really thick, dark blood like oozes out of its malformed mouth. And it looks irritated, but it looks hurt more than it's irritated.
Oh, it's still standing. Okay.
Yeah, it's not in good shape though.
Okay. Well, that's my. I appeared. So with the evasive strike, I can pop free, and I'm gonna move away. Because I can do that. Like I'm no longer engaged.
Already.
So yeah, I'll move south with Ovark and Dream.
So just to let I don't know if anyone's abilities depend on this, but that one enemy is now below half health.
Okay.
Well below.
Cool.
So
And
it's
it's,
counted as staggered, just for
Oh,
terminology.
got it.
Wait, Dream, did I give you your turn? No, it's your turn next, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So, Crane, are you done with yours?
I am done. I'm nearby
So,
Dream, and I am done.
all right. So, Dream, what are you up to? I have a suspicion you're going to make a ranged attack, but I want to verify with you first.
Actually, you made the comment earlier that we can still attempt spells even though it's not really our thing.
Oh yeah.
I
That's how some of the most powerful magic comes around in the game.
I am going to make an attempt to use the wind to help close the portal faster.
Alrighty. Roll me 3 d20s, please.
Excuse me. That's a... First one's a 4, second one's a 2, last one's a 9.
And that all sucked.
Alright, so you expend some of your power, but you don't feel like it did a whole lot. You don't notice anything different about the portal in and of itself, other than it seems to be getting smaller at the same advanced pace that it did after Nathis did whatever spell he cast. But you don't really think that yours has changed the effect of the portal too much.
Okay, well, I had to try.
Fair enough. And that'll be the end of your turn, so now it's Kro'var. What are you up to?
I'm still engaged, yes?
You are.
Alright, well.
The enemy is
second
staggered.
First, same as the first.
In
Do
the
it.
face.
There we go. That
What
is
a-
a 16 plus 2 from... Or no, escalation went up again, didn't it?
You're +3 now.
It did.
3.
Yeah, +3.
So 19 to AC.
That definitely hits. What's the damage?
Damage is. Do I get bonuses to damage from escalation and or Ovark's song?
No, it's just to
no.
hit.
Just hit, yeah.
Okay. For 17 for damage.
17. So, wait, are you the one with the sword, the mithril sword?
Yes, mithril sword.
All right. So you split this one in half, the other way.
Okay.
So around its waist, and it falls in two pieces.
Gotta chop them up all kinds of
Nice.
ways.
Oh yeah. So now you just have the two demon dogs left, and they're both kind of pissed.
All right, and my escalation
So-
die goes up by 1.
The portal is about a foot wide open now, and Nathis, you can feel that your demon is like almost there. Also, what is your AC?
15.
Bad dogs.
Alrighty then, so one of them hits and one of them slams their face into the ground. So the one injured dog just sort of snarls and dodges left and then bites Nathis's leg, and the uninjured one thrashes around and rattles the spiky knife-like blades on its back, and then you guys see it lurch forward like it's trying to bite at Nathis's other leg, but instead face plants into a rock. And it sort of looks like it dazes itself. So now it's at the top of the round, and Ovark, it is your turn.
All right, time to try to sustain my song again.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, I don't, but I do get a nifty little thing where when a song ends, I get this like final effect out of it, final verse. So even though, we don't all get the +1 anymore, I can choose one of my allies to gain a +2 bonus to their next attack roll for this battle. So I think I'm going to use it on... Is Nathis still got lots of guys on him?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to use it on
Nathis has
you.
the two demon dogs on him, yes.
All right, I'm going to put it on Nathis, so hopefully he can hit them.
+2 to your next
Get
attack
out of
roll.
there. Yeah, so instead of a +1, you're getting a +2, and nobody else gets their
Okay.
+1. So
That's all right.
now it's just a regular old escalation die of, I think, +3.
3 now.
But for you, Nathis, you'll get a +5.
For this turn, at least.
Yeah, I think it just says for...
Next attack.
For your next attack.
Yeah, their next attack roll this battle.
Okay.
So even if not this turn, just next attack roll you make this battle. So I did the sustain, and I can still try to keep using my battle chant, I guess, if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, 16 versus mental defense.
Which one are you going after, the injured or the uninjured one?
Injured.
Alrighty. That hits.
Vicious Mockery is much more useful in this version.
Mhm. But it's also a spell that isn't at will, so I couldn't spam
And
it.
that's just 5 damage straight up, or do you have to roll for that?
6 damage, 6 thunder damage.
Oh, no, what I meant to say was that this battle chant is like a lot more useful than Vicious Mockery in
Oh,
5e.
well, yeah, because the thing is, it lets me use my battle cries with it, which I actually have to check. Did I roll? Yeah, I could if I wanted to use move it again.
It's all right.
Alright, that enemy is now below half health.
All right.
Hmm.
Is Kro'var still engaged with an enemy?
With 2, no, he's not.
No, I'm
No?
not. I killed the last thing I was engaged with.
All right, so do you want to move? Because you can move either to away or to help Nathis.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely move in to help Nathis if you want to get
All right, I use my battle cry of move it, and you can use your movement as a free action.
Yes, sir.
I like to move it, move it.
I know, I didn't want to be a jerk, but like, the temptation was strong to sing that.
Okay, so whose turn is it now?
I just keep running away, so.
That was Ovark's turn, right?
Yep.
So
I
that
used
is
a
now
double jump.
Nethys.
Okay. I'm actually going to pull the necklace out again and use one of the other beads. I am going to both attempt to pull my demon closer so that he'll get through the damn portal and close the portal before the other demon gets here.
Alright, and then roll 3d20 for me, please. And actually, wait, no. Roll me a con save for taking the bead off the necklace.
Oh no.
Do I? Okay, I haven't moved yet, right?
No, you do it. It says
No,
you can move
just
as a
Nethys.
free.
Nethys is the only one that needs to
Yeah,
roll.
but with move it, he gets to make his movement
That
action
was-
immediately.
Oh.
That was what I was getting at, because I would have moved to be engaged with whatever's engaged with Nathis.
Okay.
That was an 18 for con.
Alright, so again, you just feel the
Sorry,
tingle over your
17
body.
for con. But
Okay, so yeah, again, you just feel the tingle over your body as you release the bead. And there's that shockwave again, though it's a little bit less noticed since there's a good strong wind pulling everything toward the portal now. So now roll with a 3d20 to cast the spell.
13, 8, and 6.
Hey, that's actually not bad.
Alright then, yeah, that's alright, so this time you managed to cast the spell a lot more easily. And using the stone, it seems to turn into pure energy in your palm. And there is a lance of what looks like dark lightning that strikes the portal, and it seems to crush down into a singularity. And then just before it blinks out, you see a sort of the similar effect to when he drew the first demon through, of another claw demon being phased through, and then the portal blinks out, and the wind stops. So now you don't have a portal anymore. You just have
Two
demon
angry doggos.
And I'm going to use my quick action to immediately dismiss the extra claw demon that I have before it decides to go feral on us.
I knew I should have given that bonus to Kro'var.
It banishes it immediately.
All right. So the first thing he summoned seems to just phase out of existence, and yeah, he now has a different claw demon.
And that ends my turn.
Alrighty then. So now it is Crane's turn. What are you doing?
Alrighty. Well, I'm backed up a little bit, so how close are the doggos?
The doggos are right on Nathis.
Okay, but
Or
in
is-
relation to me, like, am I nearby?
Did you try to run toward Nathis?
No. I tried to run south away from the portal, but now it's closed. So,
Well, so you're running toward. Well, Nathis was heading south, so you're heading toward him, sort of. Then,
oh, okay, so I did head towards him. Great. Well,
as
I mean,
far
the
as I know, everyone was heading south.
yeah. So I mean, like, the portal's closed, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So I'll move up towards the dog that Nathis is engaged with, and I'm gonna attack.
Are you attacking the injured or the uninjured one?
Are they both engaged with him?
Yes, they are.
Then I'll attack the uninjured one.
+3.
Oh yeah, +3.
This is my job.
Yeah. Shoot. What am I doing? Yep. Okay. +3. Oh, nice. That's a 20 to hit and 12 damage plus sneak attack. So okay, 13 points of damage.
That's pretty good.
That thing was brought below half health, and it does not look happy.
Okay. Well, that's my turn.
One could say they're staggered.
Indeed, they are. All right, so Dream, it's your turn. What are you doing now?
I guess I'm just gonna try to shoot one of the injured things with a bow. They're both injured, right?
Yep, they are both injured and they are both staggered.
Shoot, shoot, bedu, shoot, bedu. Oh,
I missed. I only got let's see what the other +3, or yeah, +3 is no. Is it +3 or +2?
+3. So
Well, it's a 10 for AC, so that's probably a miss.
Yeah, that does unfortunately miss.
it happens.
Are you gonna do anything else? Or is that the end of your turn?
It's all good. You're a healer.
I think that's the end of my turn.
All right, then, Kro'var, what are you gonna be up to?
Taking a swing at the I'm guessing this is one of the dogs. One of the
Alrighty,
hellhounds that we're engaged with.
the one you were attacking before.
Yes.
All right.
I didn't kill that one, did I?
Oh, wait, no, you were attacking the other creature, weren't you?
Yeah, he hasn't attacked the
Oh,
dogs
I
yet.
haven't attacked yet. I moved to
killed the,
engage the one that was fighting Nathis.
Yeah, he killed the claw demon or whatever. So
All right, so roll to hit.
At least someone around here is making attack rolls.
That is roll 16, but with escalation die, it's 19 versus AC.
Yep, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Damage would be 11. 15.
Damn.
Yep, you behead that one too.
Brad.
Y'all pumped
nice.
damage.
Alrighty then, so you roll. All right, so that dog misses. Nathis, roll me a mental fortitude save. So roll me a modifier with your int. Also, Dream, if you would do the same as well.
I'm sorry, what am I rolling?
A mental fortitude save?
Yeah, you two are the most magically attuned here.
Would that be wisdom or intelligence?
So that would be. This one in particular is intelligence.
Would I have to at all? Because I have magical knowledge as a background.
Sure, actually. Go ahead.
Okay, so how am I doing this? A save?
This is a mental save, yeah. So, but it's going to be based off intelligence. So use your intelligence too.
Okay.
21.
Let me know what you get. Okay, so you're safe.
Oh!
What is with these natural 20s?
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, I feel so blessed. I've never had this much luck before.
So 21, 28, and Nathis?
Seriously, I'm the guy that played a rogue once, and the first stealth roll I ever made was my luck is usually not this good.
So who got the natural 20?
Me. Hobo.
Over.
All right, so Ovark, you feel you feel some mental warding that you didn't realize you unconsciously put up be probed, and because of the warding that you had up, you can feel that there was a demon that just tried to directly communicate with you and try to do so in a malicious and corrupting way, but you managed to completely avoid it, and were able to tell that this was a blow that would have, if it was physically here, it could have very well killed you. But since since it's currently in another dimension, um, it didn't. You were able to completely brush it aside.
Oh,
You weren't able to tell the name of the demon, but you could tell that it was a demon and it was very powerful.
that's comforting.
Dream, you managed to again. You managed to avoid getting into contact or being corrupted by it. But you personally can't tell what it was, other than it obviously, at least to you, came from the other side of where the portal was. And Nethys,
Oh no.
you hear the whisper of the scryer from the other side, and this I'm going to send you it over Discord of what he exactly says.
Was it the Squire or Scryer?
Scryer.
Oh.
Scryer.
That's a fun name. Oof. That's going in my notes.
We're gonna have some fun with the Eye of Sauron.
Honestly. Well. I almost got
We
brain
came here
probed.
because of spiders.
God, I know. Oh,
We didn't even get to fight spiders.
I know. I thought that's what we were
Nope.
going to be doing today. Jesus.
It's a good warm up. It's fine.
Spiders? Who wants
And,
spiders? Let's open a
Nathis-
demon portal instead.
Nathis, you take 1 point of damage.
Like flipping the bird. Oh,
So is everything
No, it's the next round of combat because the one dog is still alive.
right.
okay?
Okay. Let's deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
So who's next? Mental fortitude save. Now who's next?
That'd be over.
Overk. Okay.
Yep, it's my turn. So
So Ovark, you just realized that a demon tried and failed to forcefully probe your mind and send you information, and yeah, and the demon dog is still alive in front of you.
well, that's comforting. Well, I'm sure you all can guess what I'm gonna probably do. Another battle chant, most likely. So,
Yeah.
hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or whatever. I rolled an 8, so if somebody else wants to try moving it, I don't know if anybody cares to, since the portal's no longer an issue, but move
I
it.
mean, I'll take it. I can move towards a. Actually, I'm near enough to whatever, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's a 17 versus mental defense to hit. So that hit.
17 would definitely hit.
All right.
This thing doesn't have a very high mental defense.
All right, 7 points of thunder damage.
Oh wow, that hit perfectly. So
Ooh.
it twitches and sort of weakly claws at the air in front of Nathis, and then twists as it falls and gives you a dirty look, Ovark, as it falls, unconscious or dead or whatever. Oh no, it's dead. It's not unconscious.
How rude.
Big difference between unconscious and dead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now you guys have a bunch of dead demons on the ground all around you, and a spot of very clearly disturbed grass up where the portal used to be. Or I'm sorry, dirt. It was dirt over there, wasn't it? But still, you can see that it's disturbed over there, and Dream, you can feel that the walls between the worlds are a little bit thinner there. Not by much, but there was wear.
Well, that's
Okay.
comforting.
So,
Would you mind telling us what you were trying to do?
also,
Just please give us a warning next time.
speaking of
It's not good
allies,
for
do
my
we see a
heart.
little claw demon? Is there like a?
Yep, you see the clouded demon at his side. It doesn't seem to be hostile to you guys, but it does seem to be kind of pissed off.
I just kind of hide behind Kro'var again.
Not hostile towards us, it's just hostile toward him.
Actually, yes, it does seem pissed off at your Lycilian friend, very specifically because it gives him dirty fucking looks.
I'm still hiding
So,
Can
behind
I be
Kro'var.
giving our little Lycilian friend the exact same dirty looks this little gremlin thing is giving him?
Wait, say that again.
I'm assuming I'm giving Nathis the same kind of dirty looks that his familiar is giving him.
And I'm just
The
hiding
dirty looks all
behind.
around.
I'm just hiding behind Kro'var in case the demon attacks again. Because
This demon.
I just noticed that I was muted on the recording. So, A, I closed the portal. B, I flipped off where the portal was. And C, when asked what I was doing, I said I was trying to summon an ally, and that it did not go over as well as it did the first time.
We're learning, but we'll
Yeah.
get better with this.
There's just gonna be some awkward silence. Me talking to no one.
Also, Nathis, you only have 10 beads left.
I'm storing that away because I have plans for it later.
So I would
kinda-
assume that this is your friend?
Yep, this is Mez.
Mez.
Mez. Or if you want to get
Well, I hope
technical,
it's
it's Mezranoth. But
Uh-huh.
I go around and gather up my arrows.
I just peek out behind Kro'var and I go, so Nathis, why?
Just let me know if I need to kill that one too.
I mean, after
Why
all the
the
trouble we
stones
went
do
through to
that?
get him, then we shouldn't probably kill him, but at the same time, he is kind of a little pain in the ass, just useful in battle.
Could you just explain to me why you started ripping beads off a necklace and start causing things?
They're a power source. Of course I'm going to use them.
Well, so you can summon demons by using this weird bead necklace. Is that the Void Stones, or is that not the Void Stones?
No, those are the Void Stones.
Those are the Void Stones.
It is the Void Stone. It's just if I knew where he was, I wouldn't have actually needed the extra power. So.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
So I was right when I conjectured that Void Stones could be used for demon summoning things.
Right.
Anything else I should know about these?
Most magically infused things can be used for demon summoning.
Well, anything else to know about these Void Stones? Because you started like ripping off beads and causing like weird explosions, and I don't want to.
I don't know. Magic. It's a freaking magic source of magic, so I used it.
It's magic.
Oh my
I ain't
God.
gotta explain shit.
I just
This is a magical source of magic, guys.
Okay, can we just agree that next time, like, you'll let me like research it or something before deciding like, oh hey, let's start ripping off beads and using volatile magical catalysts. Like,
Hey, I figured considering what we were told about the spider cave, I figured we needed help.
well, I know, but like,
I'm going
Communication
to
is kind
pat
of key.
the
Just a
poor
heads
mustard
up.
orc on the head, and we are going to continue on to the spider cave.
just a heads up. That's all I was asking.
So you guys heading to the cave now?
Yeah.
Before
Yes.
we move away from this spot, I kind of build a little marker with like rocks and stuff on the side of the path to mark this place.
Actually, you are specifically in a place where there are no paths, so you're just sort of in the middle of the woods.
Oh,
Well, I make a marker of some kind out of rocks and twigs and
Do you make
whatever.
it around where the portal used to be?
Yes.
Alrighty then.
And actually, we have some demon hide that can make some pretty strong leather equipment. So, if we want to harvest that,
Speaking of
What
which,
kind of skinning knives do you guys have?
I have a short sword and some daggers.
Actually, yeah,
I have a
don't-
long sword.
I have some daggers, but I also have some skill at improvising things.
somebody
I
wants to
do
give
have-
me a
If you
dagger,
try
I
to
never
harvest
play it.
anything from these demons, I will make you roll for it because, one, demon high or demon reagents period do fetch a high price, and you are just novices at this, so I'm not going to let you just harvest stuff easy.
What skill would I have to use in order to harvest?
You'd have to have it be a tanner or something.
Well, some sort of background in harvesting exotic materials.
I think
Yeah, you would have to
you're,
have some sort of exotic material harvesting for this. This is very specialized.
Well, then let's hide the bodies and then grab them on the way back.
Wait, can't Kro'var? Doesn't he
No.
like make leather or
No,
something?
I have a wasteland survivalist and a relic hunter would be like the only two.
Mm,
Yeah,
even then,
and
that wouldn't
Wasteland
cut it.
Survivalist would only give him a +1 at best.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, as I said, let's hide the bodies so that we can pick them up on the way back.
Here's a thought.
Sounds
Why
good.
don't we put them inside the marker so that whatever Dream here is setting up, it can just, designate, do not go in here, please.
Sure, we can start with that.
All right, so you guys pile all the bodies and body parts into the center of where the portal used to be, circling it with stones. Do you try to push any sort of magic into this, or do you just set this up as a physical construct?
I was going to ask, Dream, do you know of any, sealing rituals or anything of your druid magic that could help with this?
I could possibly make it to where I couldn't actually seal it, but I may be able to conceal it from
Concealing it would be good.
Yeah.
Maybe concealing it, preserving the bodies, or if we're trying to use them
Conceal it.
If
later.
you guys roll above a 5 on your perception roll, you may notice that no flies or insects are getting anywhere near these bodies right now.
I
Oh,
wouldn't touch them either.
It would seem as if nature itself knows that demons aren't good things to have in the world.
okay.
Okay, I'm going to try to set up kind of like a mirage type effect.
Roll me
To-
3d20.
Can I help with this?
Yes,
Can
you
I?
can.
What
Can I?
does
Anyone can help with this.
helping actually involve? Do we all roll, or
All of you will roll. Well, if all of you are helping, I'm only going to make whoever's primarily casting the spell roll the 3d20. The rest of you roll a d20 for how much power you're able to push into this, and yeah. So you can help the druid by offering your focus or prayer or whatever,
All right.
and then she needs to roll the 3d20.
So just a d20.
I'm basically just trying to make a mirage. It looks like there's nothing there but the woods. And that didn't work like I intended.
Maybe you could add a marker so that we know where to look for it.
What did you roll?
A 2, a 9, and a 7.
2, 9, and 7. Okay, so who tries to help?
and
with
my
this?
added power to this is a 5.
I added 12 to it.
Can we?
Alright.
Is it just going to be a raw d20, or can I add my shaman background to it?
Yeah, you can add your shaman background. Anything sort of magical will help with this. You basically are, if you guys are doing it like this, you guys are essentially chain casting a spell
Would
and
my
supporting her in the casting.
would my magical knowledge background be added to that? Because that would be a +3 on top of my 12.
It could help, yeah.
All right,
All
so
right,
then
so
that'd
I
be
got
up
a
to
9.
plus
So that-
15.
yeah.
Alrighty then. So when she casts this spell, it seems to make the spot where the bodies and rocks are shimmer, but not out of sight. It seems to get like a passive camouflage. If you get close enough, you can clearly see that this is something that's sort of magically concealed, and if you move your hand through, you can see it. But from a distance of 10 meters or greater, which is probably the distance anyone would possibly be passing through this area, it's basically invisible. So as long as no one gets too close, this thing is basically out of sight now.
Perfect.
And the only piece of people that's been coming through here have been going to the spider cave anyway, so I think it's a pretty good bet.
Yeah. So, one last thing for the whole setup, just so that Crane remembers where it is. He's going to take the dagger, put it towards the tree,
And I
consider
stop him.
Yeah, consider that there's a druid in the party, and put it back.
I immediately stop you. I said, I've already marked it. That's what this is for. I know where it's at.
You're right. Sorry. I should keep that in mind in the future. But good job. This is going to be a very beneficial relationship.
We work well together. I mean, aside from Nathos, but
Wouldn't
Summoning
go on trying
demons.
to rip holes in reality, sure.
Oh, he's just having his fun, trying to make new friends. Who knows? Maybe I'll try it later.
No, I don't think you should try it later.
I won't try the same thing, and I probably won't use the stones. I don't know. Haven't really had a knack for magic, just
If you want to make friends, there's a lot of other ways you could do that. There's a whole town of people like that
Oh,
are
I
alive.
already know how to make friends.
You just
Yeah.
contact a necromancer.
Us and the jewel crafter know.
Exactly. You can make friends pretty easily.
Possibly the leather worker. And anybody back in that bar. There's a list. You have a list of potential friends.
Oh, are you jealous?
No.
He's gonna chuckle. Well, we should keep moving.
Yeah, we should get going. And also, we should probably end here. So,
This seems like a good place to leave it off for next time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for going on this journey with us. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Before you guys
Continue
go,
the adventure we need to go next time.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah,
you
I know it
guys
got
go,
derailed.
I have those 4 questions I would very much like to hear the answers to.
Mhm.
Same
Oh, yeah.
4 as last time. First off is, what did you guys like the most?
Well,
Proper clarification on the basic. I'm going to just refer to it as the flexible universal magic system.
Oh yeah, I am
I
super
like
psyched
that.
about
I
that.
love
Like,
I do
Mhm.
apologize for not being clear about that before, but that is something I try to encourage in all of my campaigns. You
Mhm.
guys can cast whatever magic you want. This is a very magically active world, and anyone and everyone has the capability to cast magic. Now, as you well have seen, casting magic can have unpredictable results when you're casting it outside the bounds of how normal spells work. But if you manage to consistently cast the spell, like, what is it, 5 or 6 times?
something like that, or if you spend a lot of time studying how to do it.
If you do that, you can actually make that a staple spell for you. It will just cost you a little bit of. It won't cost you as much as casting or rolling 3d20s, above 10 and getting a good thing. But you'll still have to roll to do it, and it'll be like casting any other normal spell that you have in your book. You can
Mhm.
literally make spells if you put your mind to it and try to be consistent.
oh hell yeah!
It's sort of like Oblivion, or wait, was it? No, Oblivion cut that out, didn't it? It was
It
like
was
Morrowind.
Morrowind.
It's sort of like Morrowind. You can make spells. You can whole cloth make spells if you put your enough effort into it.
Okay, so yeah, that was the thing that I was gonna say I really like because that is fucking hype, dude. What's the second question?
What do you guys like the least? Or
Um,
I actually had no complaints about this run.
same.
I mean,
Yeah.
it took a little while, but that's just the nature of tabletop gaming. That a single round of 5-minute combat is going to take you the better part of 2 hours.
Also,
Yeah.
we're like we're getting to know the mechanics and everything, so it's
Yeah,
just a
true.
matter of us learning, and we'll probably get easier as we go on.
Yeah, and right now it's just like there's not really much to complain about. It's all pretty good. We're figuring weird stuff out. It's just
Mm-hmm.
fair enough. All right. So
Yeah.
third question: what would you guys like to see more of?
More ocean water because I want to use it as a spellcasting focus.
We're not in the ocean. though.
You guys are
I
pretty
know.
landlocked at the moment.
Yes.
I know, and it hurts.
We'll get you a
Oh.
nice water skin full of salt water. Maybe that'll make you feel better.
Actually, that wouldn't be hard to do. Just get some water and add salt. You're done.
yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't quite count as ocean water. There's a few other things in there.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's just like why couldn't he be like the god of god of just water and rivers in general? Why does it have to specifically be the ocean?
It's okay. I feel you. I have the same god.
It's all right, but no, I'm just excited for when I can test out some of Crane's water-based abilities since he's definitely water affinity.
Oh yeah, fair enough. All right. So that answers that. What would you guys like to see less of?
Less demon portals, please.
I mean, more demon portals, please. Are you kidding?
What? No, that's dangerous.
Okay, well, here, let me put it this way. We're probably going to have to fight the demon that we ended up sealing away anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
please,
sure.
please no
It's
scryers at
true.
level 1.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
do
I
keep
Please
in
no
will-
mind.
scryers at level 1.
Please no scars level 1, says the guy who used void stones
I
to
know.
summon.
He knows what a scryer is, and he knows what a scryer can do.
Ooh.
It can blow your mind.
So
I
yeah.
mean, other than that,
If you guys
though,
want, I will let you roll for character knowledge, and I will explain to you exactly what a scryer is in this universe, or a prime demon scryer.
would that
Nah,
be
I wanna wait. I wanna
Would-
wait and see
would
what
that?
it is. I like not knowing.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm curious, but okay.
Well, we should
Would that
still
be a
let
wisdom
Axie
check?
go, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, a great session, everyone. I mean, great to meet you, Dream. I'm so excited to play with you as well. So,
Spidey senses.
Yay!
yeah. But
It's more of an affinity of the surrounding area.
mhm. But yeah, thanks, Z. Great session again.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Having fun.
I do have a quick question for either Z or Quill regarding my frenzy mechanics, though.
Yes.
The specific wording on this. With each hit you score in battle, you build up a pool of frenzy dice. You start each battle with 0 frenzy die. Whenever you hit with a melee attack or thrown weapon ranged attack, you gain frenzy die at the end of your turn. I got that one. At first level, I get a single d4, which is what I was rolling for. The part that gets a little confusing is the wording in this last paragraph here. When an attack or power uses your current frenzy dice, the pool is referred to as frenzy. Most importantly, you add frenzy to damage when you hit with basic melee attacks. Using frenzy does not expend the die, they remain in your pool.
That
Yeah.
sounds
However,
like it actually adds damage based on whatever your frenzy die is.
It does, but that's the thing. Is it the way I had it set up at the end, and the way I think how this would work is like I would physically have 3d4 in front of me. Over the progressive of those turns, I had rolled the first one was a 3, the second one was a 1, and the third one was a 3. So if I were to use one of my powers, say Ultra Frenzied Strike,
It would probably be +3.
it costs one frenzied die.
Yeah, but you only get 1 die at level 1, so it'll just be +3. Right?
No. From what I'm reading, you get to add dice to your pool.
How big of a pool does he get at level 1, though?
At starting, it starts out 3 times my starting dice. I get 3 dice. 3 dice is my maximum
okay.
at level 1.
So that sounds like you would have had a +7 then.
Right. For just my basic attacks.
Yeah. And then when you use that means you remove one of those dice, probably the oldest one, and then you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you guys. Did you want me to just remove the oldest die in the stack?
Yes, the oldest one.
Okay, alright, that works fine. And then I'll just keep going off of that, because the way that wording seemed like my pool never decreased, which means I would just have exponentially more power the longer these encounters went on for, which seemed a touch broken.
Everybody does technically get more power through the escalation die, but yeah.
Unlimited power.
Or at least they get able to hit things easier. But yeah. Anyway, I am ending the recording now, so good night, everybody.
Bye, friends.